the mid game. Just make my TV smaller. I don't wanna cut off too much of the action, you know. I think we might be waiting a while. I've got this, I don't know, some might call it a sixth sense that the set might start late. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I don't think that I don't think that Terz is actually gonna be able to draft on time. What with him having? Hey, they might die fast, but they're in the middle of the Nocta esports invitational tournament 4v4 thing with the full Nocta clan. Facing up against Sebastian, Margugu, Mihai, and CIS champion. I have no idea who CIS champion is. I know everybody else in the lobby except CIS champion. Like who this? So you know, we're just. I guess we're just chilling out, just waiting. For the draft that will inevitably be severely late today. And I mean, like, severely late. I also think that for some reason, it kind of feels like the microphone is quieter. Like I'm not hitting into them yellows like I normally do. Just chilling out under the green. Settings, system, sound, input. Oh, what do you know? It's gone quieter again. Loves doing that. It loves doing that. Its favourite thing to do is to just on a random limit itself to like 50%. It's interesting because, like, you'd expect with the names like Sebastian and Margugu and Mihai for them to be the favourites in this, and there's quite a rating difference between them. But the Nocta clan, a lot of them have been playing together for a pretty long time. They gotta have some strats. A scoreboard. I think they're like I don't know where they're at. Like score wise, you'd hope that this would be the last game. What with Terz's next set supposed to start in 7 minutes. But it's okay, you know. Feudal Age is in for Terz. He's having a lovely time. Hit Feudal, Dravidians. Was on water, but you know, sort of lost a bit of that. But it's okay, because he's now getting rid of Sebastian's fish. Sebastian got loads of ruddy fish. And CIS Champion could be coming over and helping him, but instead CIS Champion has decided to just, like, ignore him. I guess there's a little bit of nuisance going on over here. Terz is trying to kill some Vils, towering, some truly toxic behaviour. Hey Nunjay. How you doing? How's the day? hoping it's good. Hey, buddy. Oh, I guess I should probably have my headphones on for if I ever inevitably get joined on Discord by someone. I am supposed to be joined by Andy in a little bit. So yeah, I will have a co-caster. It won't just be me. Would be a better day with swords. I agree. It would be a better day with swords, especially when you've got Marlians and Dravidians. Both of them, should be swordy. Acro, he is a gamer, but I don't know if he's a sword gamer because it kind of looks like he's really put himself onto the water. It's our water focused side. That's me. I'm wanting to blend into the Matrix. But also, I forgot to. What I actually need is that there, so I can see. Like, I don't really want to be looking over into Narnia, just to see the chat. And I wasn't actually supposed to be. In fact, I'm probably not supposed to be actually casting this full stop because technically this is not to esports. But I'm not. I'm not casting it. We're just waiting. This is the lobby for GB Draft 2, and we're just waiting. And this is on in the background. Yeah. Look, we're all sat in the pub with our countdown. It's there. There's our countdown until the set is supposed to be starting. None of this Terz versus Mihai nonsense. No. I've spelt your name wrong. What do you mean? Andy, I would never spell your name wrong. I am a dedicated, upright caster. Fine. Brian, that's not. I get people's names right. It would be the height of disrespect to not do that. Hot noodles, our favourite Ron. Fine, I fix it. But you just get called LMAO. Oh yeah, it's LMAO. You're right. I did get that horribly wrong. I fix it. Hold on. It's done. Lamo. Oh, you getting an extra? You getting an extra M in there? I mean, we can Lamo if you wanna. You can be an extra M. I'm gonna call it Lama or Lamamamo for the rest of the. Is that like the El Amo, like the Alamo? That's the American thing, right? That was a battle of the map. I can't think of a good way of making that into a pun, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to give up on that one. Sebastian. You know what? It might be the first admin win of the tournament. You know, if Terz can't turn up, actually, maybe they just need to start without Terz. Right? So somebody else will have to draft because the captain is unavailable. So it's now time for the 3 lions to bring out the cub, and it be three lions and a cub. Wonder if we win if they don't have a Terz. I mean, you know. Nice, nice. Appreciate that one. That is some punnage. Terz and I mean Tomsky has been punished. Tomsky has been completely eviscerated. Tomsky's only got 5 Vils left, and 3 of them are here. So where's the last Vil? Does he? Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, I like Mad Tomsky, right? Mad Tomsky's he's a pretty good team game player, and he's been real pleasant, as most of the old Lacquer clan lot were. He was great. He was good in Enigma, but oh boy, 1 Vil. It's not often that you get to see a defeat. And Tomsky would be defeated. Oh, no, he's got an archer. 1 archer and 1 villager. Can they come back? As Mihai getting the raids in on Terz as well. It doesn't look like this will be a mega long Nomad set, if I'm being completely honest. It's only Acro up there with the score, and I'm like, we've got and most of that is just the fact that we've got Navy. What's the score in this set? I don't know. I wasn't looking. Like, genuinely, I wasn't looking. I'd have to. That's true. He could, yeah, that's true. He could just spam from the buildings. It's 2-0 for not Fox. I mean, it does, isn't it? Pretty sad for Fox to not be a Fox anymore. After they were invited and now they're no longer an org. Well, Ween Dinchester, he micros them down. Kind of 6. Folks, there you go. Neff, that's the good shit. Folks. R.I.P. Fox's hopes and dreams. Another castle on the way down for me high. And Margugu putting pressure on as well. We're having to try and skirm defense. But just the numbers are not quite perfect, are they? Oh, hey, darling. That was you, but also this cat. You're a star. Pet. She runs. She runs. Oh. Is there slinging rules? Can you only sling when in imp? On this one? Because if that is the case, what's Tomsky gonna be doing for the next age? Like, what's his res? He's got the stone. We're just having to slowly, with 1 Vil collected off wood to make a TC. Magic. That is magic. And what's even more magic is he's not even you know, he could be saving the Vil. He's only got 1 unit to micro, and he could be out microing. He could save Ween's Vil. But he's not. He's gonna keep it hidden. He's gonna keep it hidden. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. We can all channel our inner Mad Tomsky every so often, can't we? But soon we're going to be, you know, Acro's going to be channeling some Mad Tomsky, I feel, because Sebastian is He's doing something on the way to Imp. 105 Vils boomed up. God, there we go. TC on the way up. Let's go. Can Matt Tomsky reach 5 Vils by the end of the game? Does he have food? Oh no! He's got 48 food. Do you think he's gonna try and hunt the deer? He did not. It's still got 7 wood. And it's gonna get spotted in a second. An ally could send him a cow, like, but otherwise he's gonna either have to grab it from the berries or the hunt nearby. Terz doesn't even want to play GB Draft. He'd rather this than play with Huggy. Well, I think we'll be getting to GB Draft pretty darn soon. Terz having to play defensive, but the Knights can roll in from the Spanish player. Cavalier upgrade gonna land. Terz not on the way to Imp. I wonder how this is going to affect the Terz mentality. Thankfully, the games haven't been mega long. Certainly, the last 2 ended pretty swiftly. But yeah, coming from a pretty convincing loss into your next tournament set. At least he's going to have the benefit of having at least half an hour to like reset after drafting. Because yeah, 34 Vils. Imp lands in for Ween, but like they have 0 space on the map. And there we go. We did indeed go and hunt the deer. Will they allow him to make at least 1 more villager? Maybe. Oh god. I got... Ooh. Yeah, spoilers. This game is 100% not over. No, it's not over. The second villager from Matt Tomsky's epic reboom is on the way. Let's go! 100% increase. That's 100% more villagers in the game, baby. 4 for Tomsky. Mad excitement. He's even the efficiency of taking from 2 separate boars. Hello, darling. Hello. Pets, pets, pets. No, you can't eat my dinner. You can't eat my dinner. And please don't bite my hand. This is for me. This is for me, and you're the best. Oh, you're the best cat ever. No, don't eat my dinner. No, don't eat my dinner. Oh, they called GG. Nice. How exciting. No. Darling, no. You can't. No. Hold up. Oh, hold up. Yes. She's a hungry. She's after this. She's. You coming over? I've got my dinner. There is cat. She wants this. She wants it bad. You can't have it's for me. It's my dinner. She's the best girl. She's the best. Oh God. Are you introducing yourself to the stream, my love? Huh? I'm gonna... Oh. You can't see it. She's You okay? It's a great mukbang stream, but this cat be wanting this dinner. She is not this friendly. she's... So, because if I'm just gonna. It's not for you. It's not cat food. I'm gonna be back in a second. I'm gonna take my angel and I'm gonna get her a snack so she's not begging. I will be back. Come on. Oh, have I got an Andy?
Else?
Oh, they couldn't hear though, so.
Oh, could they not?
No.
That was a shame. Shame for them.
Were you saying lots of witty, intelligent things?
Yes, I was explaining how Team Dave is already cooked, and the fighting for the wooden spoon.
Well, you know, I've got patience for some spoon gamers. You know, spoon gamers always bring me some joy. In fact, going for the wooden spoon is, if anything, that's the real competition.
It is.
Draft maps.
I expect the wooden spoon match to have more viewers than the final. And I can say that with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, which is fine and to be expected. How about we have a quick shufty at these maps?
Have you got the drafts?
Yeah, well, I just went on to.
Oh, I've casted quite a few people, and some people don't have a clue. So, you know, I've got to help out where I can.
What, do I have the drafts? Oh yeah, well yeah. I'm a pro, Andy.
I don't doubt it. I know you are.
I'm also a pro who's turning you down a bit, because bloody hell.
Yeah, I'm too loud on everybody else's stream, but on mine I'm way too quiet. So you know.
Yeah.
How we go.
There we go. That's better. Fixed it, mate. Fixed it. Well, there we go. We've got Frontline, Crescent, and Team Islands. Yes.
Love it.
Ruddy front lines. Put it in a ruddy thing and inject it into my veins. Oh my god. That is Frontlines. It's just good. It's just good shit. Frontlines is good shit.
It is, and I wonder if Terz has studied it, because Ronnie is a douche master on Frontline. He's done it in the
Here's-
last 2 sets from
What-
Team Dave. Which is funny enough, the only map that they've won.
So, are we saying that all of their wins are down to one very specific individual?
I wouldn't even say the individual, I'd say the strategy.
Okay, so it's a Terz win then.
I think we're going to see a Dave win here. I think they're going to go out, leave this. They're not done yet, but I think they're going to go out with the group stage with a bang.
Thus, potentially ruining Terz's chances of going through.
I believe Terz is pretty much already through.
I think that it's pretty much, but I think if they lose this set, then they're toasted. Let me. There's got to be.
No, I've got it on Wikipedia, and Terz is top.
Yeah, right. They should be top, but I think if they lose this, they can be not top.
Yeah, I believe so. You've got Stake and Richard, so they would not finish top if they don't win this. If they win the top, if they lose, they can be, I think, third.
And it's only
no, they can't. They'll come second, regarded, and it's up to Stake and Richard who comes first.
Oh, because they're playing against each other. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
they're fine.
Weird
They're
maths.
safe. Sad times. That would have been some extra excitement. Am I ready to be on the front line in the next war? Yeah, sure. I think we're very unlikely to send me to war, but you know, if there was a war and they were sending everybody to war, I think I would probably be one of the first people that they would send to the front line, like, you know, sort of Russian style, just bullet sponges. You just like you don't care. It's just huck them out. Yeah, I think I would be immediately on that list. Unfortunate for me, really.
I think it'd be unfortunate for anyone, like everyone. I get home, I really want to watch I love seeing a Thompson full stream when I get home, and I'm just like stick it on. I'll have my chicken and chips like daily, and then just relax.
Here's Tom waffling some bollocks, saying something really kindly, but then highly offensive.
Yeah, and moaning about the lack of a sword action. You know, you'd be on the front line, going, "Where's my sword? I don't want a gun." You know.
What was the one that I got out yesterday? It was stone cold sober as well. Something about somebody's carrying. I hope it's not contagious. I was like, oh, that's pretty good for me. He's a carrier, yeah. There's a lot of swords here. Armenian first pick. What the fuck?
We have Team Islands, and obviously with Dravidians banned, Vikings banned, Portuguese banned, like Armenians is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because the ships
Persians
are
banned, Cumans banned. Wow.
The naval prowess is great, but I mean, it's all for the late game, right? It's the 100 HP champions that they're picking them for. That's the real reason.
Yeah, obviously, and the fact that you can start getting them nice and early. You know, Castle Age two-handed swordsman is it's the real play with them.
That's Castle Age champion.
Yeah, but two-handed swordsman upgrade is already great, and your eco's never really rolling enough to properly go champion. I'd rather have an extra 10, 15 two-handed swordsman than get the champion upgrade before I'm ready for it. That mass of units is really important. Just as a sword enjoyer, an enthusiast, some might say.
Okay.
Romans!
Yeah, I can back the Romans. Romans 5th pick. That's gotta feel aimed at Atten personally.
Hopefully. I mean, Atten has not been allowed to do any swordage so far. They've got to let him off the leash eventually, because he is quietly an enjoyer of the path. He's a follower of the way. He just dabbles though.
He picks and chooses when the right time is, and I've got to respect it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about respect it. I understand it.
Oh, I laughed too much yesterday, so my voice is going. I felt it, I went to sleep.
I wonder how much of a draft you can do by going just through A, B, C, D. Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think you could get a pretty cracking draft. Just A to Z it.
Yeah, but you've got one of the best sword saves in Vikings just never getting picked then. Unless you do a Z to A.
Well, you can start your A to Z draft wherever you want, right? Like you can start it right in the middle as long as you follow your pattern. That's what I said, Fanji. I was like, Armenians first is a vibe. It's an idea.
With Team Islands being the admin pick, I can understand the Armenians. To me, it's logical, with also Crescent as well being in there. I'd love
Armenians on Crescent. You go forward, you land, swords. It's like a change up to the strategy of what's his name? Drops Mayan archers every time. Why is that name gone?
Bread.
Rum sauce.
You're the right person.
Yeah. Sorry, rum sauce. Did not mean to forget your name there. Mayans. Picked. It's like speak of the devil and pow! He's there.
They're stealing ideas and...
Well, some ideas are worth stealing.
True. Good point.
Yep. GG, easy. Yep, absolutely.
They've seen the power of pocket mines, and I can't fault them for it.
Mm-hmm. No Malian pick just yet. That's a mistake. They've done really well so far, have Malians as well in the tournament. So I don't want people to sleep on Malians.
Daisy used them not the way they're intended.
Yeah, it's true. But she got a Malian boom off, so I give some. Is it me or is there some weird whistle in the background? Is there?
I can't hear a whistle through the mic. Unless Tuski's on about me, which fair enough.
Which would be.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense.
I mean, I could believe it was picking up the screaming of my other PC. That makes it does make some noise.
Mongols going third to the last pick. The second to last round is bonkers to me. There's any map they can be used on. And used on very well.
Tunes. It's picking up something. Is it gone away now? Or is it still there?
I think it might be a PC. I can hear a tiny whir, like a really quiet whirring in the background, and it might be a computer.
How about if I do this one instead?
Oh,
how about now?
You're more in my ears. I love it.
Like, has that fixed it?
Yeah, I can't hear anything now,
cool.
So I don't think anyone else could.
Excellent. Well, sorry about that high-pitched squeaking.
With We've seen Aztecs, Goths, and Sicilians picked in the last 4 turns.
And Teutons. And Teutons.
And Teutons, yeah. Yeah, and Teutons. Like, that is so respectable.
Goths, they're going for the huggy strats.
I mean, that one Ville Castle in full view of all of the team was a different strategy, to say the least, but it worked.
Game of play, wasn't it? Game of play.
But then a team Dave that cooked that they're just like, let's copy Huggy. That shouldn't be the idea.
Sometimes you just gotta copy the hugs. Can we be so lucky? I'm gonna want to find a way of making that whirring disappear. It's gonna irk me now.
Do both people pause speaking? Oh, that means we don't stop talking, Tom. We carry on non-stop. We chat absolute shite like we always do, but more shit.
Is it still going on now though, even when we're silent?
I can't hear anything through your headset. And I believe it might have been yourself. I did hear a tiny whirring, so I would say it's finished.
It picks up my wobbling. Goes round my back. Oh well, you can live. I could turn up my noise cancelling. That could be a thing. Started the lobby. I just changed microphone. That's all I did. I changed microphone. It's not necessarily as good a microphone, but also probably need to turn myself down just a smidge because I'm gonna get excited. I always do. I can't help myself. I get excited. I see gameplay and I start screeching like a toddler. Okay. Yeah. Stuff's there. Noise suppression up just a touch. Get rid of some of that background duffery. And we're collecting folk. Terz, Dave Hun, Huggy, Atten, and Ronnie all in the lobby. That's the word.
Well, it's frontline. You can't play frontline as Team Terz without Huggy.
It's a necessity. It's been strong Huggy plays on it so far, and they've won every time he's done his thing. So, to me, stands to reason that you let your best player off the leash and next lever as well. Gaming.
Next lever being brought in.
There we go. Now we're just waiting to start. I've got the wrong flags up. Whoops. I'm such a melon idiot. Because it's not.
You've got 3 lines on a Terz. Like, we should be. You're in a pub. We should be playing it. The British pub.
I should have it on just in the background, shouldn't I?
I mean, the song makes a lot of sense considering like the England manager is now German. So we're making a football song about German.
Three
But like
lines on a Terz.
but 3 lines on a Tuchel doesn't really go. So it's gonna be 3 lines on a Terz.
Twat. I've got Terz. Are they there? No. Terz. Are they? There we go. 3 lines on a Terz. But I don't have live, laugh, love, LMAO. I don't have their flag, or at least not in this scene. I had it somewhere. I've got everybody's somewhere. Everybody's got a flag. Most people have a song. Even if they didn't choose one. People are twats. Talking about the situation. People are twats. It's I think one of the worst things I've ever found.
Gold, please.
Thank you for subscribing. That's very kind of you. Excellent. Now I have 2 subs. Wonderful.
Okay, we're in, Tom. We're in. We've started.
We're in. We're on. We're gaming. It has indeed, and it's not Mihai's team. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's 3 lions on a Terz and LLLL. And we're on islands, and it's the diagonal. It's the diagonal gen.
What I've been pointing to straight away is how close the islands are in the north. Like they are touching each other.
It's that's like 3 docks distance, isn't it? They can be demo each other just across.
Yeah, it's huggy there too. So you know what huggy is like with demos. He will see that and be
very
so happy. Yeah, that's where he would go.
It's a funky gen because you end up with way more land when it generates like this. But your trade ends up maybe a little bit less than you can get normally. But you end up with such a kind of safe, unpressurable area in the mids. And we've ended up with quite a bit of gold and res there as well for both teams. So it's nice. It's good. it makes for lots of area for landings to land without anything nearby. So that could be a thing. We're unlikely to have our pocket players doing that, because look at how far they'd have to travel to like front dock or hop in and do that. So I think we're going to be leaving our flanks to do aggression.
Yeah, and given the civs, like, only civs that can really sue it, I'll see doing it as Bengalis and Japanese, but even then, they're more focused on water. So whilst I can see it, I don't expect to see it.
Yeah. Well, Romans. They, go land swords.
The Roman... Again, I asked it last time, but Boo was like, "Well, fuck you, Andrew. You're not doing that.
Yeah, no
Terrible
fun.
idea." And it's a shame. He's too fixated on winning and like winning by points rather than actually winning
Yeah, the moral
by the way
victory.
you're meant to win.
Yeah.
The actual victory.
Yeah, the real accurate moral victory, which is what we're here for, really. Dave Hunn's team, to a certain extent, has already got a bit of the moral victory, because bless him, posting his lovely sweet message about how he'd actually found the all of the faff of being a captain really stressful, and he hadn't really enjoyed it. And he'd found the whole thing almost quite unpleasant, and I feel for that as a foreigner coming over here and finding out that actually life for the GB isn't as pleasant, and it's not all singing and dancing round here in these parts. Sometimes it's just straight unpleasant, and that is what happens when you are the captain. And why nobody wants to do it, and we have to bring them in from abroad.
Like most of our greatest things, they're all exports.
Exports or imports?
Imports. Apologies. Yeah, I can't even get my language right.
That's all right. Terz bon. That's what the French say. Gommel tapple toot. Mon nom tom. Yeah. J'habite dans ma maison. Practically fucking multilingual, mate.
Well, I've been told because I'm from this far north that I basically speak a different language, so I'm multilingual too.
That's true. Got to get those northern vibes in there. It's Tusky's not happy with my French. Pardon my French.
Tusky's trying to make believe land. He's trying to make believe land that just isn't real. And we have a landing. We do have a landing, and it's a double landing of Atten and Dave to the north of Huggy. Well, we have a transport with Hilden anyway. It's been sent off to the corner of the map, so I don't know where it's going.
Oh, and it's grey.
It's the great transport. I have no idea where it's going, but it's being really sneaky.
It's being real sneaky. But look at how much they're patrolling along the front, because they're fully expecting that landing. But bam, bam, ba, ba, bam, 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 ba, ba, bam, ba.
I was expecting Dave to be on stone here with how close they're going towards Huggy.
They are released.
The barracks is down, the stable's down for Atten. I mean, Hindustani's water isn't fantastic, so it made no sense by landing.
Well, we saw the Hindustanis going for galley last time, and it was a bit of a mistake. Well, not necessarily a mistake. It's just they needed the camels more, and it did give Daisy and who was the other player? Acro.
Daisy, I don't know.
No, it's gone. But either way, it's because Daisy was the only, the only real winner there. I thought that we were going to get to see some swords, but it's not. It's spears and archer.
Yeah, which is a shame. Japanese as well, like, you're able to go swords. Huggy should see the fire ship and know that Dave isn't planning on winning water or heavily contesting it. Just needs to be annoying. But now he's scouts on the field, so he should know.
Is that going to be something that he actually thinks of, though? You know? Oh, look at that. Ungarrisoned, 3 scouts in.
The scouts are here. No loot for Huggy. It's 50 seconds away.
Oh no! Oh no! Unloomed Vills. It's like a feeding frenzy. Night Thrower sent a scout over as well. At least Loom is in now. Deary me. Hoggle G. And look at that. Satsuma's immediately like, oh shit. I'ma just wall up. Huggy, die slow. Die slow, Huggy, die slow.
If that's one thing Huggy can't do, is die slow. When Huggy dies, he dies quick. So I don't know how well it's gonna go.
And now we've also got fires in on Satsuma, who housed himself, making another fishing ship. And we sail right past his eco. Okay. Dave's like, yeah, it's fine. We'll just go past.
He's coming back though, and it's big because he's the scout player. So Satsuma needs to fight water too, as well. But I think he's going to lose all his fishing ships because there's 4 more fire galleys coming.
Only just getting fire himself. This is good, and I'm loving the aggro. Another Vil goes down for Huggy. And having some
power's been denied as well.
Yeah, having some spears in the mix is nice. It'd be good to make sure that we don't actually leave the villager exposed. Having Vils on the island is handy, and it is risky to have it battering down the. Okay, or not. 2 archers. We will finish the tower though. Just having the spears in the mix is dissuading, but the spear moves away. Dave doesn't look like Dave's attention is too much on the fight with the scouts, so I think this ends up being okay. No, not okay for Satsuma. Thought it was close, but it was less close than I thought. And it's clear up.
It's a lot of weak scouts there, though. I mean, 40 HP on 3 scouts. It's going to take a while for Atun to reinforce that, as Huggy is about to snipe his fish, so at least some reprisal for
and all the
Team
while,
Terz.
Ronnie, good old Hot Dogs himself, seems to be trading okay with Terz. And, you know, Terz is a bit of a hard carry, so... Oh dear. With damage on 2 of our players, Satsuma has done a really good job of stonewalling up and just trying to make sure that we remain unmolested. We did lose all of our fish from our pocket player, though. Pocket Turks not being able to have that safer fish eco is a little rough.
But Night Thrower is up, so he's going to start producing Knights in the field. And Galleys have just been annoying to Atten, going to go round to next level himself. But Leather's up, and he's outposted the whole of the island, all fronts.
Yep.
Still little pockets where it's a little bit in darkness, but his scouts are patrolling. So they should be safe from landing for now and can focus full on water. Especially for Ronnie, who has the weaker naval civ. And, as you said, he's trading decently.
Yeah. There we go. Night Thrower does move over with a knight. He's thrown it in. Again, we wall up tidily. Fletching on the way in. Oh, Fletching only just on the way in for Dave? Madness. I thought that would be in already. I kind of think that with Night Thrower in Castle Age and us not really having any significant number of military out, Dave is probably done with this landing. Has it done enough? I'm not necessarily convinced it has. It's thrown Huggy for a loop. And Satsuma's...
It has, but he is, whilst he's hard feudal, he has the most fills on his team. Which, when Huggy has the most fills on your team, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, summit's gone wrong. Next Lever managed to lose 2 vills up at the far north. I don't know what they were doing. Outposting? Maybe?
I think so.
Well,
Would assume so, but they shouldn't be that far.
tragedy. The only person actually on water now for team 3 Lions on a not for LLL LMAO is actually hot dogs. Like that's the only water play.
Yeah, I mean, we do have Italians, so they can get up pretty quickly and produce fast fire, with shipwright as well, being cheaper. So there is that reprisal, I suppose, and depends how good his boom will be going. He still has a singular fishing ship, so he's off the navy, but...
Third Vil, Next Lever is on the island as well.
Lever has landed. Oh yes, he has, but he's on this little peninsula, and there's not a lot of room to
do
maneuver.
anything. One Vil castle. I don't know what the aim of the Vil is. It doesn't need to be actually. Like, oh no, Terz is on the way round. Everything round here should die with Terz coming to put a little bit of attention. Terz has a pretty big navy. War Galley just coming in now for Ronnie, who has, I think, the largest number of... Oh no, because Terz actually has more, it's just not all together. So as soon as Terz groups his navy, he'll be in a pretty good spot.
He will be, and the important thing is he has cut off Ronnie from his docks as well, so Ronnie can't even reinforce either.
Oh, Atten's going to lose his Vil. He's going to be unhappy about that. He's going to be very unhappy about that because he really wanted that monastery. That would have made a big difference.
He does have 2 stables, so he can produce camels, but whilst the Hindustani camels are going to be great against the Roman knights, like, they're not going to have that raiding potential.
Yeah, they're teaming well, but we're in a situation where we're having to hide our navy to try and get our upgrades from Terz, as Team Terz have pretty much got the water and they've survived on land. They've surrounded this push. I think the Vil is spotted. Next Lever's good luck, have fun.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought I was like maybe being really delayed about what I was saying it, but no, probably it was just then.
Okay, dude, yeah. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was that just followed that I missed because I wasn't looking. You are appreciated, and I'm glad you're here. And I will make sure I have the... No, that doesn't help. That doesn't help because I'm not on my own mod view.
Well, positive for Huggy. He is actually pretty fine. Has a solid eco, a little bit messy, but he's now started back with the fishing ships. He's now getting a navy out, and he's placing down 4 docks, and there's very little naval presence for Team Dave at the moment. Ronnie's ended the other side of the island with his 21 war galleys, and they're going to be cleaned. But Lever's up to Imp, so we could see the fast fires come out, and then doesn't matter how much navy you have.
Yeah,
it's going to die. It's going to die.
Problem is you kind of need docks.
Yes.
And currently we have 1 dock with a war galley by it, and no other docks. And our wood count is okay for a few docks, but like to actually do the transition and get that mass up, it's still going to take some time.
Okay, maybe it's going to be at the front, but he's placing a castle on the short line. So I would assume anyway that we're going to see the docks placed in the front around there.
Yep. But look at Terz's naval mass up, man.
Do you know what would be great against these war galleys? Turtles.
Turtles.
And Ronnie's the type of guy who should be making turtles and would make turtles. But he isn't. You keep these docks alive with one. And
59 Vils. It's not, yeah. It's not looking mega. Terz is looking pretty mega, like, been scrapping nicely. We're clearing up all of the buildings. We've won back and received not too much damage. It was Samor. It was Sam or other. Sam or other person following. Well, thank you for following. It'll be more of the same. We're doing GB draft until the GB draft tournament ends. The other things that I'll be casting are Deathmatch and a Cal's 2v2 league, which I think will be a bit of fun.
You can miss out on me and Atom playing it if you would like, Tom. You're not going to see many good games.
I'm mainly there for you and Atom. It's the dream. That's a lot of docks that we managed to get down.
Yeah. You
Fast
did
fire,
mention we
careening.
won't see too many, but we are.
We're gonna have the time though because ooh, Satsuma! He goes forward and manages to unload the knights. That's quite funny.
Crucial, but I don't want Atom misplaying and having select all stables. But he's had camels at home.
He's been massing.
Yeah, he's prepared for the night landing.
It's all for the plan. Shipwright will be coming in as well, but Imp lands for both Terz and Satsuma, which is really, really nice. And I guess if Huggy's just like mixing in some demos to just add in, and he is, we do have a few demos. Having somebody just throw in demos to the mix for you when you know that you're going to be getting fast fired in a second, it should be really, really good.
It should be. The issue is for these fires is that they're in the middle, and Ronnie has basically done a 270-degree lap of the map and lost his navy in the back of Terz's island. It's finally been cleared up, but Ronnie's done a great job of keeping that navy alive and kept them chasing.
It certainly was
Not
a nuisance.
causing too much damage from the shore either. But now this game's on Lever's shoulders at the moment. Heavy demo coming in for Terz straight away. Castle going down, we will see Sicilian fleet come in pretty much instantly, I would assume.
Love it.
I'm assuming. Waiting for it.
Love it.
There we go.
Demos! God, war galleys barely even tickle him.
And these are Armenian ones too, so they should actually do more damage. Like 2 damage to the 1. Fun damage with the heavy demo in play. I think it's going to be so hard to actually comfortably get back on water now. We're being pushed away from our wood lines. We did manage to hook up a castle, but it's immediately spotted. Huggy's like, guys, deal with this. Yeah, David re-landed, but
yeah, knight's there.
I don't think his castle goes up.
Yeah, really nice, and I think they were semi-relying on that because the chances of them winning water now are not good when heavy demo is already in play. I don't think Lever can balance this out. We're losing a few, but like the navy of Terz is in a really good spot. Like a really good spot.
Yeah, with Italians, you're playing for that timing, right? Cheaper Im, cheaper dock techs should give you a big advantage with the timings, but it's just been so off. Terz has been really active with his navy, been constantly producing ships, and he's now was able to get to Imp, not too far behind the Italians, so it's kind of the power spike has gone.
And we got
and now we're into the power spike of Armenians, which are just cracked galleons.
Turks doing their own landing. It might fail because the tower goes up. We do finish our first archery range, make some hand cannons. Do we manage to pull the Vils away? Yeah, we do. But with the chemistry on the way in for Ronnie, like but no real access. I mean, I guess we've got 6 docks, but we're just not able to get up to the equivalent mass of the opposite team. Stopped making fast fires as well, leaning back into the galleon line.
Yeah, and you just can't keep up with Armenians. Like, people questioning why they're first picked, it's because in the hands of a good player, and bear in mind, there's only 8 good players in this tournament, and they're the captains, well 7 minus King Blue. Like...
9. Don't forget
9?
Mole.
Oh yeah, Mole too. So 8.
10. 10. 10. Don't forget Daisy.
Oh, and Daisy, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
11, Tusky.
Yeah.
Tusky as well, yeah. But, like,
Yeah,
Armenians are
other
just so
than that,
cracked.
yeah.
Like, Armenians are just so cracked, and then they just snowball and win every naval engagement they possibly can, especially when Vikings are gone as well. And
Yeah,
we're now seeing Dromans being added with the +1 range, and they're just gonna dominate.
He's... There's 10 teams, Andy.
There's 10 teams. Well, there's 8 captains, so yeah. There's 8 actual captains. Fanji and Boo don't count. I'm only saying Fanji because he's here as well. But yeah.
And Boo's not a captain, he's an admin.
That's true, yes.
That's...
A castle going down for Satsuma on the corner of the island, and this one is hidden. You don't see it.
Unspotted. Just need a few turtles to tanky wanky. I mean, we all agree with that.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, we just need some turtles to tanky wanky. To wanky tanky the tank wank. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's hey, I'm here with the chat. I'm just giving a voice to their everything. The Navy mass up has started to swing around a little bit.
Yeah, it has. Huggies doesn't have that big of a navy. He's still getting these upgrades in. So
Condo
he's not being
raids.
Too much used.
Condo raids. Dave Hun. He went swords.
Oh,
he managed to get some stuff going up to the north side. We've got a castle on top of Huggy.
He's given up. Just landed. Yeah, he's like, Huggy will pay attention, so this is fine. And these are Japanese condos as well, so you as a sword enjoyer will know how good these are.
Excellent. And you know, they're extra good against gunpowder, so it's like, fuck your bombards. Oh, what's that? You've got some hand cannons there? Nah, my Condo Tier bros. Luckily for them, the knights are in play, but castle does go up. Huggy's like, wait, what? How did what? How did they? What? There's what?
No, but I'm watching this big naval battle in the middle, and I think Team Dave may win this. Sicilian fleet demos are in though, and they've just cleared the front line of the fire galleys. Great from Terz, and now it's scaling because the
Dromons, yeah. Got the advantage, but hey, tidy. We're having to go full panic defense over here. We got Japanese pikes and condos taking the scraps. Castle will go down, but we'll get a couple of trebs out first. We're going for a second castle. Dave putting pressure. At the same time, Satsuma has, got the castle up. We're starting to adding a second in. Second castle. Have some bombards. It's a bit of a panic going on.
I mean, there's camels in defense, but they're not going to do anything. And condos against Turks it's going to be fine.
It's great. It's great.
Dave, and okay, he's losing his castle. He's managed to keep 2 trebs alive.
Yeah, and he's
he
got
just needs water control up this way.
He's got a second one coming up, but second castle coming up for Satsuma.
Oh, Tom.
Yep.
We've seen a bunch of Roman barracks go down from Night Thrower. Now, there's one thing that is good for Romans against Japanese is the sword line. Legionaries dominate.
Yeah, I mean, swords OP, and the problem is if the Japanese notice, right? I'm pretty sure that they still lose to Samurai. And Japanese champions probably trade pretty well against Romans. Like, Romans are strong, but Japanese Samurai are still Japanese Samurai.
That is true.
But I would love to see it. Like, give me that. Again, put it in a little vial, inject it right into my eyeballs. God damn, give me that shit. I'm not convinced it will happen though. Man-at-Arms upgrade, chainmail armor on the way in, but the Trebs are there. We're going Halb. Freaking Halb. Ugh. We need that mix.
It makes the most sense, but when
It's hand
just
cannon.
Terz dominating water. He's the only one on there. Huggy with a little bit of presence, and I mean, Tatsu and Night Thrower, and even Huggy can just full focus the landing. I don't think the landing's been bad. It's just it's 3v1, and I don't care how good Dave is. He can't fight 3v1.
He can't fight
He needs
3v1.
something else.
And it's only affecting Huggy, right? Like, really.
Yeah.
So.
And we're not taking the mick out of him, but in this situation, they're thankful it's on Huggy.
Yeah.
And not on Terz, for example.
Yeah. If Terz was not able to produce the Navy and we were able to give like Lever just a little bit of an inch at the moment, I will say Atten's doing well on his side. We've got plenty of trade rolling, but it is kind of vulnerable. We're not losing too much of the back as Atten is now transitioning to some Navy as well. I think we're going to lose our last okay, fair play. We get rid of all of the Trebs of Huggy. Halb's doing okay. We just got that last Treb.
Legionaries in. We have swords in the field. We're getting what we wanted, Tom, from Romans. We're getting it. And they have the charge attack as well. I don't know what the tech's called.
Yeah, they're never going to remember to get that.
But he had it. He has it. Night Thrower has it. They have a charge attack. Yeah. 9+9 of damage for the longswords, and
he has. What the fuck?
it's an expensive tech as well.
I know.
It's expensive.
And there we go, Man-at-Arms on the way in for Dave Hunt.
This is what we dreamed of.
They're like, well, if we're gonna lose, let's at least lose by giving Tom the first boner of the night.
But you didn't get a boner when I joined.
Well, you did join with a sword. But yeah, Legionnaires they clean up. The goddamn Bromans, man.
Yeah,
We've stopped
I don't think
producing.
set Man-at-Arms, but this is the issue with Champion, right? It takes so long to
long.
get in. Yeah.
Look, again, it's an upgrade that I don't ever really have to make because I end the game in Castle Age with longswords. Imp is a scary thing, and I've never quite been able to get my head around the fact that, you know, it exists and it scares me. We are pushing Satsuma back, but I guess it's just another one of those things where how do you deal with this, lads? How do you deal with this? With significant numbers, by the looks of it, actually. with significant numbers.
The only issue which we might start getting to is that Armenians don't get shit right.
Yeah, expensive.
So eventually Terz will be the first to basically run out. And Ronnie doing a great job microing a front galleon, soaking up a lot of damage. And okay, Hindustanis don't get it, but Italians get it, Koreans get it, Japanese get it, and I think it's only Romans and Turks do get it as well. So it's 3 apiece. Never mind. But the best water sieve for Team Terz is Armenians, and he will not for a short while, but he will start to run out of firepower.
Thankfully, he's trading. Does
And
this become a wood
thankfully, he has
game?
12k wood. So he can keep reducing. And speaking of trade as well, Huggy's side, well, Terz's side have the north of the map, so trades got to be cut short a little bit, but Caravanserai are down for Dave's team.
They're also
which is
going down. Like, they're
they
being
are.
Drummond and Canangaliad as Satsuma goes for a second landing to the north as soon as the southern landing is cleared up. And we go immediate stables.
And
Pressure
Turk also are going to be a
continues.
pain to deal with.
Yeah, but honestly, if now that Legionnaires in for the Romans, they need to be landing and putting some barracks down because there is nothing on the field for Team LLL that can deal with that, like at all. Just a few barracks, because the only person making military to deal with this is Atten, and it's camels. So, you know.
The Legionnaires do need picking up, as you say. Artillery in for Satsuma. Are we going to see bombard towers being dropped everywhere? He has three.
He has the
T-cells.
upgrade. He's got bombard cannon upgrade.
I think we should start seeing that.
Toxic. Immediately banned from every DM tournament forever.
I need to remember that. I played
Yes.
one against Barbarian today, and I was like, defending the shores on Tide Pool, and with the Chinese towers because I just put random mirror on. And I was like, oh yeah, hang on, I can't do this.
Yeah,
So I
the
need to
problem
remember
is,
that myself.
is they will. I guess if you play on the maps, the proper maps, you can't build towers. You can't build the banned items.
Ooh, demos!
Where?
Oh!
that. No, yeah.
On Ronnie's Navy.
Oh yeah. Their devos are such a good addition. Just trickling them in. Especially when you're starting to get up to these large military mass-ups.
Right. Night Thrower has landed with barracks and siege workshops in the middle.
There you go.
And he's shitting out Legionnaires. The Legionnaires have landed and we're gonna... I think LLL have put a great performance in, but I just don't think they've got enough.
No,
I mean,
they're-
Dave and Afton are on water in the north, but... And Ronnie's done a great job to the south, and actually maybe winning this fight. Terz is kind of running out. He's got quite a lot of demos coming forward. And they're going to have to retreat. Maybe LLL might take this game back if they can deal with this landing.
Well, they're getting rid of the cannons. But look at them go, dude. Look at them go.
I was in Discord today, and Mole was like, landing with swords isn't a good idea.
Uh,
It's just bad. And Night Thrower is completely... well, he just put two fingers up to Mole and gone.
yeah,
Nope,
yeah,
you're wrong.
here's 3 barracks. 3.
Being cleared by Dave. This is 3 barracks which can keep reducing Legionaries.
Yeah, he's stopped though. He's stopped though.
No, he's making more.
Oh yeah. Ooh, those are good demos. Those are very good demos. That's a third of the Navy just got nuffed. Absolutely toughed out, but Dave is scrapping in the middle properly again. It's so hard to clear this up. The thing that we're missing is that, look, while I am a sword purist, I think the realist in me is that you still need HAL, right?
Yes.
So that every 3rd, 4th unit coming out is a halberdier. And that just means that while the swords be tanking, the halbs be adding your bonus damage. And it just means that you win every fight. So... maybe.
Yeah. I do agree with you. Like, as fun as they are, you do need a few howls mixed in. And well, Terz's been pushed back. Apart from the demo shots being, I mean, spectacular.
Yeah.
He has been pushed back on the south, and now there's more presence on the north. And Atten and Dave's Navy have been surrounded.
It's a big naval swing back round. Is it? It's Galleon? Galleon? Everybody Galleon.
It is full galleon, and I've just zoomed away by accident. I just zoomed to Nitro's fish by accident.
It's true, I guess. If you're being mega concerned about wood, and actually we are. We
Yeah,
really
how much
are.
left on that- How much wood left on the map? Let's have a quick check for you.
Practically fuck all.
70k wood left. And that's going down fast. It's going down 300 a second for me. So down to 68k already.
Yeah.
And most of the wood is on Huggy's side of the island, and that's being contested pretty heavily by Navy and
Yeah.
can't be ranged.
Which is
And
fascinating
the
because
same
it's kind of the
for
same thing
Dave.
for
Yeah.
the team, which Ronnie trying to take, but surrounded by Navy. But Ronnie's come round with his own. Where's the goddamn turtle ships?
I don't know. Again, don't mind opening galleon. It's the same with like
Ooh.
army, right? Like you open galleon, but then it's the same with the barracks. You open legionaries, but you've got to mix in halves.
Look at what Huggy's they've just put they closed the goddamn door on them. Castle came up as well. What a little timing. Dave Hun losing the entirety of the Navy there. It was a nice swing round, but like, look at the pushback. They just pulled back, remassed their Navy, and then dove right in. It's a naval clear up pretty much of everything that Dave Hun had to the north. And Terz is back in pushing, keeping them off the wood to the south. Naval numbers are high for Team 3 Lions on a Terz. Is this the winning push? Probably not. Should it be soon? Maybe. What's our wood at?
I think you're right, and Huggy hasn't really been in this game per se as much as the other three teammates, and Team Dave were struggling to deal without Huggy, and now Huggy's on water, 60 galleons, more to come as well.
The res bank is rough.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Terz,
Ronnie's just got no wood.
Terz has only been on water, right? Like, he's not done anything land-based. He's not been making any farm shit, and he's got 11,000, nearly 12,000 wood in the bank. Like, what? This guy. But I need to remember that more often, that you can click on the things and it pulls down the res numbers instead of clicking through. Like, we could be on any more interesting stuff. Yeah. It might be a Capture Age Pro thing.
I've got Capture Age Pro. I bought you like a mixer last year and I never undid my subscription. So it's really
Vibes.
helpful. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
nice.
it's good. I like it. What a great addition. Capture Age, man, they've been cooking recently. The rec function, where just watching it one time means that you can keep it. Really, really good for sort of like archival stuff if you're like a YouTube content creator and remaking games. It's good. It's useful. Not perfect, but like better than now. Which is often how these games go. You go, is it useful? Well, thanks, Huggy. You were better than now. And it's been good enough actually, and I think it's going to drag them kicking and streaming as the GG rolls in from Triple L for Quad L, L Quad.
That was a fantastic game. We got everything we wanted. We got swords, we got big naval battles, and we got Atom losing.
I saw loads of swords. 1.43 KD swords.
And Terz yet again putting the team on his back and carrying massively.
Carrying. He just couldn't help himself. After having such a rough set against Fox, just to then swing back into here and be like, oh yeah, this is what it's like playing against scrubs. I feel so much better. Huggy was the carry. Huggy survived, and that's the most important thing. Dave Hun had a bloody good showing.
as well. You know, fair play. Second most created heavy demo ships, and 666 galleons from 3 Lions on a Terz. 666.
Yeah, Terz had 15,000 more wood collected than anybody else. 60k he collected. Next level was on 46,000.
Oh. I was disconnected from the multiplayer services. How exciting.
Me too. I thought, oh god, don't be extra maintenance.
Team Island still says it's going on. Refresh.
He probably had a re. He had a re because of a bug ball, probably. And they're doing it again.
Yeah. Everybody disconnected. How exciting. And hey, Bailito. It's snuffling good. We're having a nice time watching some GB Draft 2. We just had Team Islands, and so now we should be moving to the home map of Team Dave. Should be. They could pick Frontline if they wanted to. I don't think they're going to want to, so I'm assuming we're going to Crescent. I said hi to you before you were even here, Bonnie. You just weren't listening.
Don't say hi to him. Don't say hi to Fluff.
I don't know what was going on the other day. Why for some fucked up reason, while casting Fluffy's game, how I just had Andy on the brain. It was just Andy the whole damn time.
It's because Fluffy played that well.
I thought it was
yeah. Which is
I can see that. I could see that as a thing. I can also see
next game night. Yeah, Fluff. I know.
We lost 2 bids against us. And, oh, that's painful.
Oh no, they couldn't hear you. I was too busy playing the 3 Lions on a Terz song.
Just coming home.
And I think
It's
now
coming home.
also should down
It's coming, ages coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming, ages coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming.
Sorry, they can hear you again now.
Oh no, it's fine. Play the song. It's fine.
Now I've added it to this scene as well.
Oh, that's painful.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Ages coming home.
And I think
It's
now
coming home.
also
It's
should
coming
down
home. It's coming. Ages coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Ages coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Ages
Huggy did indeed
coming
totally
home.
miss a castle
It's
being built
coming home.
right by his starting TC. That was good. Oh, death. Are they in the lobby? Yeah, they are.
They are. The lobbies are set up, and it looks like it'll be Crescent.
3 Lions on a Terz.
Hi, Varian. Thank you. Oh, my. What's it called? What's the alert box is actually behind all of my other all of my other things.
But I still see Terz, Micro some more. Huggy getting top score.
Huggy getting
Satsy
top
booming
score.
with walls. And Boo defeated 3 lines on a Terz. Satsuma's house still streaming.
Satsuma is in the next set.
30 the worse than Joey, are you kidding?
For those who don't know, he's the vocalist in this amazing song.
Who is?
Satsuma.
He's a gamer. Satsuma's a gamer. And he did all right in the last one, actually. You know, going for his landings. Greedy. Playing in the purple.
It's coming home. It's coming.
It's no pocket Mayans. I'm going to keep saying it. It's no pocket Mayans.
What's the score? Oh, score is 1-0 for Team Terz. Pudding. I should probably have that as a thing that people can see as well, but I'm not gonna. That requires having a well put together stream, and we don't have that round here. We just have 3 lines auditors. Yeah, God, it is. Why is CD got Chinese characters all over its stuff? What does it even say? Oh, player. It just says player. Of course it does.
Oh, he hasn't lost a game yet. That's true.
Disappointed that T90 didn't raid. Well, I don't think we've actually had any raiders today, which is rare. Normally we get like 1 or 2. Lobby's gone.
Are they in?
No, that was just the end of the song. I didn't fade that out. That was just the end.
Oh, I think they crashed. So, we doing lobby.
Oh, we should probably hold on. I knew there was something that I was supposed to do. Tick off the civs, wasn't it? Romans won with, Armenians won with, there was Bengalis and Turks, and we lost with Italians and Koreans and Japanese and what the hell, Hindustanis. There we go. I remembered some things. Oh,
I had it all ready for you. I was expecting you to forget. I'm so proud.
yeah, that's unlike me. Clearly, I'm switched on today. Somebody's not had a drink. Somebody's not. Oh, it's pretty tragic, really. Actually, thinking about it.
Don't remind me. I need to go run and get more beers tomorrow.
Yeah, completely out. Which is a good thing. It's good to have a day off from drinking every so often. That's like. And I'm going to be doing a lot of casting coming up, so we're going to have a fair few more sober streams because I do not want my liver to collapse on me just because I'm casting Age of Empires. I want it to collapse on me because I'm in the pub. Yeah, I mean, there's the Terz's remaining draft is still pretty nice. Like, I like what we've got for Crescent. And then we'll be going to front lines. And maybe I like front lines a little less. Like, we've got so what's Huggy gonna use? They didn't save Goths for him.
The Aztecs?
Hey, Aztecs, I guess.
Aztecs feel like the one civ that can bounce back after being at the front. Could even see Huggy Monk Maker in.
Yeah. Oh, they've started. They've started.
Oh, we have.
And it's not best of 5. Sorry, it's a play all 3. There we go.
I don't know why I've done huggies to receive abuse, but okay.
Yeah, opponents stole goths. The nerve of them. What is Huggy gonna do? Huggy gonna be benched from frontline. That's what that's gonna be. He's had his one game. He's been benched from frontline. Change. They've got a whole alternate strat if there's no Huggy. Weird little protrusion there. Welcome to this time. It's Crescent for 3 Lions on a Terz versus Live, Laugh, Love, LMAO. Crescent. Fun map. You know, it looks a bit like the spaceship from, what was it called, Prometheus? You know, where that lady was running and as the spaceship was sort of collapsing down and she was running in a straight line. It's like, oh god, the train's coming. And then you run along the train tracks. That one. Do you remember that one? Yeah, I remember that one. It looks a bit like that.
I'm too young, Tom. I don't remember that film. Not seen it. I was probably like 6 when it came out. My baby remember.
I thought it came out in like 2015 or something.
I'd still have been too young to see it. To see it, I'd been 15. I was still in school then.
2015. Was I still in? No, I wasn't still in school. I don't know what I was doing, but it wasn't in school. It's a jammy dodger with a split in it? Yeah. Or a really abused donut. Like a donut after you've just tore it. You know, when you just tear the donut when you're ready to break it in half. Because you were going to share it with someone. Like you were going to share the donut, but you got halfway through breaking it and went, actually, bollocks to it, I'm eating the whole thing, you can get fucked. And then you just snaffle the whole damn thing. Yeah, that's my internal law now for this map. Speaking of maps, there's civs on these maps. What civs have we got?
Well, for Terz, we have Mongols and Nep, Byzantines, Satsuma in purple playing as Chinese, and Night Thrower on the other flank playing as the Saracens.
Nice,
And
nice.
for Dave, for Live, Love, Laugh, LMAO.
It's pretty cool to make a northerner say that. Live, love, laugh, LMAO. I don't know.
Live, laugh, LMAO.
Yeah, cruel. Like having
We
a
have
French person
Dave
say
playing
tongue
as the
twisted.
Malay grey. We have Atten playing as the Lithuanians in teal. We have CD playing as Burgundians and Ronnie playing as Ethiopians in blue.
Now,
on the
funny
flank.
about LMAO. LMAO.
No,
LMAO.
no, funny about LMAO.
No, don't come round here with your weird lamos. We've got great good lamos round here.
I don't know what else I can say in this horrible northern accent I hate.
There's nothing horrible about northern accents. They're just different. I would rather a northern accent than a southern accent, but that's sort of what I
that's true.
grew up with.
I have Atten and Boo talking to me in like a posh southern Quidditch style accent, and
it's when you have a long conversation with Cappy. You're like, oh, where are you from there? Oh, isn't that just spiffing? Yeah, go, governor. Yeah, it's really well.
Holy gosh, that's a posh place. That's a rough place to live.
It's a rough place to live and a rough accent to cope with, but will it be rough with 3 players on the way to feudal age? Barracks on the way down for Dave Hunt. As the Malay, I mean, do you think they're feeling a little hard done to here and that they secretly wanted the Malay on the other side? Do you think they had a preference and then a slightly unpreference, considering Ronnie Hot Dogs is playing as the Ethiopians in the water position?
But the same for Terz though. Like he's Mongols. I think they'd rather Mongols on the like the actual flank on land, and Saracen's playing water. I think that's what they prefer. But again, you don't know who's going to get which. And Ethiopians and Mongols, they're both completely fine and above average on water. Both get shit right. Both have a really good start on getting chips out. So that's nice. And I like how Ronnie has docked up like pretty much a little bit towards the back, expecting Terz to be up pretty quick with Mongols, but it's not any naval pressure. It's a transport ship, and he's landed. Landed between CD and Ronnie.
Should be spotted though. Yeah,
It has been.
They definitely know it's coming. Look at Ronnie's quick walling up, as in walling quickly, as opposed to pulling off a quick wall.
Well, this is quick walling for Ronnie. I've watched him play.
Gonna need to pull a few more vills than this though to do a full wall round.
Where's that crack? Where's that stone blocking off between two wood lines that you need?
Gotta have that the ideal spot. Well, Atten is hiding in Dave's TC after losing most of the health on that scout. Got double archery range on the way down for Dave Hunn, but a little bit later than the archery range of Night Thrower, as Night is chasing some militia down. Militia and a spear. That are going to achieve nothing, I believe. They have done some damage to a scout.
You killed a scout, you've done damage to an archer, like, it ate the fag, it's Malays, right? So, get that armor in as well, so... I know, I've known Dave played a couple against him way too many times on the flank side. You know, lovely random lobbies, and have to play against him, and he does like the 2 militia rush on this map, with the extra fish.
Well, they were prepped for it. Archers and scouts now coming forward. I would not be surprised if there was like a couple skirms in the mix as well. But no, we're just sticking to archers. Woodline is forced away. Plenty on gold for our double archery range production. Terz. Oh.
Ronnie's galley straight into the fires of Terz, and this is where Ronnie's got to take the advantage. He could have, because Terz has landed, Ronnie can get a bit of a galley mass and go all around the back and snipe everyone's fish, and could be a game-winning move if he's able to pull that off. But Terz just blocking this little,
just keeping an eye on the choke.
Now with fires, yeah. Fair enough, and Terz has landed with, obviously he's got 5 scouts, and he's now got archers added into the mix.
Night Thrower also making 2 fires over on the left-hand side to secure that side, just in case any aggro comes the other way. So, yeah, Team Terz is playing super defensive here, and I kind of like it. Even though they've landed, they're securing themselves quite nicely. Scouts come forward and they get in before we've managed to wall off, so this should be a dead vill, even though we're kiting with Atten's units trying to follow along. Atten is definitely vulnerable.
Yeah, and Satsuma's gone all the way around and has joined up with Terz.
Look at,
and these are 4 bloodline scouts with a forging as well.
Players have come over to try and deal with this.
Atten has a lot of scouts at home. First armor's in for him. Lithuanian, so you should be fine with that. Has lost quite a few vills, Atten, so it's a little bit behind. Taking a fight against bloodlines is going to be hard, but
the
numbers prevail, and the scouts from CD and Atten clearing up most of the army for Terz. Of Terz and Satsuma.
Oh, we chopped through, and look what we allowed to happen. Oh my word, Ronnie. He's like, hot dogs. As the archers and scouts are in, only just notices that's going to be a couple dead vills on the wood line. Not safe at all. We're having to panic up a tower on the gold. But, yeah, 3 archers are not supposed to be getting that much damage. Lucky that tower was able to come up. Nice decisive walling to make sure that we go to the TC, which I think is a great move. We just need to be cautious that we don't pull all of our vills away from it. There's only one vill in this TC. It's not a threat. It's not a threat. You can walk past it.
It's not.
No longer.
But which is great for Team Terz, because Ronnie managed to sneak past, but Net managed to click up and get fire ships out, so he should defend most of his fishing ships, and Ronnie should just dive with these galleys onto the ships of Net to put him behind, which he will do. So you at least get some counter damage in, which is all huge for
Yeah, but like
Team Dave.
to a certain extent for Neff, it's like the fish was to get him up, right? And he's
Yeah.
up. So even if you lose them all now, it's like it's a crutch to your eco at best. And at this point, I think they're looking pretty good. It's crazy that the scores are so high, but I think that's because everybody's. I don't
Army
know.
out. they've got Army and Team Terz doesn't at the moment.
Yeah, I guess they've got naval numbers. But, you know, we're pretty much fully walled. I mean, we're fully walled. We had some decent army numbers as well. We're safe. The only way people are getting through is if they transport ship, which could be a move. Crossbow and Bodkin in. I'd love to see there we go. Transport ship on the way over. Could be vulnerable to a fire, so we're going to need to move over and chase any naval stuff back. And we are on the way. So Dave Hunn, he is gaming. Crossbow in.
Yeah, he's got such a big timing on Night Thrower who's invested into the walls. But that saved Night Thrower because whilst Dave's been up, he's on the fast melee timing, managed to get Crossbow and Bodkin in. There's no way through. Apart from a transport, there's only
From
5
this
at a time.
transport, yeah.
Which Night Thrower with his archers will spot, and 5 crossbow against, well, 17 archers, it's not going to do anything.
I think you need to have them not attack, like no attack stance for a little bit until you get your numbers over.
Yeah. And this transport will die, and his crossbow will be trapped, so depends what damage Dave can do with these crossbow. But if they run around the whole map, I mean, they could snipe bills on wood lines, cause a lot of damage as well.
Those panic
In the
towers.
meantime, though, Ronnie's off water.
Have to
He
keep
has
our
5
numbers up.
galleys still at the back, sniping fish, which is nice, finishing the fish off of Net. But you've got Byzantine fires around the back, and there's nothing to stop them.
Oh dear, CD. He tried to wall off, but what he actually did was he ended up walling out his ally. Oh dearie me. And himself. TC does come up, so we are booming, and we are finally clearing up the Terz aggro. But I think they've got to be pretty happy with their overall position, as long as they don't receive too much damage from Dave. Not a huge number of knights in, but now that we've got knights and crossbow with crossbow and bodkin, they just have every advantage here. They can just take this fight every single day of the week. You don't even need to micro this, you just rush that shit down.
But there's knights behind this, and do they have the armor? They do, so Dave knows his crossbow is dead. He's going to try and kill as many crossbows as he can. But that's a lovely clear up, and Live, Love, Laugh, LMAO aren't in a great spot at the moment.
They are not LMAOing. They are not LMAOing.
And Terz has re-landed. Terz has landed again. In
There's
the north side this time.
going to be no ruffles today. And if it is, it might be a ruffle stomp. Oh!
And it's Mongol steps, whilst Dave's team's fishing ships are, whilst inefficient at the moment, they're gonna die to these Byzantine fires, and Ronnie just have 4 demos. Nowhere to be seen, but
It turns out the wall and gate, they were not an impediment at all to Satsuma and Night Thrower, because they could go through it. And they did. They did indeed. It was a swift and a dedicated dive in for Terz, who hit Dave Hunn as well. Dave Hunn is now starting to tank down in score. 48, 47, 46 vills. Yeah.
It's not looking great, but they're still in the game.
They are for now. For now. I mean, Step Lancer raids are going to be coming in on this right-hand side. Now that Mongols are in Castle Age, it just gets harder and harder and harder. And
Siege
it's like,
Workshop for Terz as well.
we're booming. At the back of this, like, we're booming. Neff hasn't even, like, really joined in. Neff has just been told, look, keep doing what you're supposed to. Got some fires out. You're safe. You're hunky-dory. Just boom.
Well, Ronnie's dropped 4 town centres. Well, 3 extra town centres, sorry. So he's going to have no eco to deal with this aggression. I suppose he could maybe make a barracks and make pikemen, given that it's a free upgrade. That's probably his best option at the moment. Well, he has killed the Phil on the Siege Workshop.
97.6! That's groovy. That's really nice. Stopping the Siege Workshop, like that Siege Workshop, and then a little bit of military mass around it, so that they can start taking down TCs and towers, would have been just filthy. But stopping that is good. I think we're still in a really tough spot. We might get rid of Night Throwers' crossbows.
We might, but Dave still hasn't walled and he's still completely open and more army can just come waltzing through. Nep in the meantime has the res to click up to Imp. I think he's just missing his second building. And he should be Imp shortly. Issue is he's Byzantine, so he's like, what do you go for? Arb? Like, that's pretty much it.
It's like, and as soon as they clear up Night Thrower, then the wave of Satsuma Knights comes in. And it's just like, and they're like, okay, I've cleared up that. Oh, there's some Step Lancers still running about. Okay, so I clear up that. Oh, the archers are back. Okay, so I clear up that. Oh, the knights are still in. Oh. And then next thing you know, there'll be another landing.
Yeah. Good thing is, though, for CD, he has Cavalier in. Missing a lot of upgrades. Blacksmith upgrades, only having Forging, but Cavalier is still in. So
Cavalier being in is always nice. I mean, Dave Hunter's got up to a pretty beautiful mass of crossbows. But they're so far behind. With Imp going to land in 2 minutes now for Neff. What's Neff's transition going to be?
Well, he's got 20 fires, well, 20 fires on the field. He's adding more in. It's going to be fast fire, but I don't see what that brings you. There's no water presence.
There's no water.
There's nothing.
At all.
He's done his job. He's done his job. I mean, there's one fishing ship alive for Team Dave, and that's long pulling.
Siege Workshop. He goes Imp Onager. I would love that. That would make me really happy. Because the only thing Team Dave have going for them is Dave having a pretty nice mass of crossbows. And then imagine you then come face to face with Onager and you're like, there's nothing I can do to that.
But they're no fun, you see, so it'll be... Yeah, you could see Dromans, not going to range a whole lot from the shores. But I think we'll just see BBC from Net, to be honest with you. BBC, like HAL BBC, maybe?
2 conversions. Ronnie. How exciting. But yeah, the fact we've still not dealt with these stables and they're just continually trickling in units. Didn't like try and wall them out or anything. So they've just been there going through. Siege Workshop will finish. Fast fires in. Wheelbarrow in.
Dave through. Uphill though. I think there's enough crossbows here to force a fight.
Yeah, but look at that number of knights.
Yeah,
can't.
Dave's gonna have to run. Can't fight uphill. Oh, this could be a massacre.
Nice micro though. The knights weren't able to path beautifully. And we do manage to get back to our own little area, and we didn't lose too much. So I think, you know, we took a brave fight, but not necessarily ideal. And come on, what's this? What we go in with the siege workshop?
Satsuma's up himself, and he's Chinese, so they're not a fantastic third. They get camels, but really cavalier. So
Cavalier, yeah.
they can do for now, but they're not going to scale particularly well. You really want to be probably using halbs or arbs as Chinese, maybe Chuko Nu potentially, but they're not going to be great. But Atten and CD are both up, and that's lifting Burgundians. That could be some serious firepower from the cav department.
We genuinely just went
Terz
forward and took that fight just completely
Oh,
uphill. And we lost like way more crossbows than we should have done. But we just wanted to get a win.
But also losing Vilves at Terz's steps as well. He's only just realised, and these step lancers are walking away with 17 eco kills.
20 kills.
20? Oh yes, 20. Must have not group 1.
20 kills, and there's more. They found the stone.
Dromans are Infinite. Castle as well. Well, we've got Imp and not done a great deal. Ronnie those up, and Ronnie's
Greek
done
fire.
great.
Let's go. I don't know what Greek fire gives you. Like what's Greek fire? Is that not like more fire, faster fire rate on your fires?
I think it's
Like
a
what?
bigger blast radius. I don't know if it gives it +1 range though. Yeah, it's just blast radius increase.
Greek fire helps Dromons. Okay.
It does, yes. For the Dromans, I think they'll have a bigger splash damage radius, which is nice. Get more damage across that. Paladin in for CD. It is Burgundian Paladin, but nevertheless, it is Paladin.
Paladin's Paladin. Paladin's
And
Paladin. Dromons
And
clear
Dave's
it
up. Dave is up with his crossbow mass as well, while Ninth Thrower is, well, a little bit away from getting to him.
Cavalier on the way in for Atten. Does Atten? I mean, he's got 23 knights, I guess. Are we doing more landings? No, we're sort of keeping an eye out for it. It's amazing that they're not dead. I like their stubbornness. Paladin will be in. I'm worried that if you let Satsuma dive too far along and he's able to take the fight wherever he wants, that could be rough. He splits off.
But the Droman shots are in. Dave has to be really careful with his crossbow. He's on very limited eco at the moment, so only on 2 TCs, and he's struggling. He'll struggle to utilise his crossbow efficiently, getting Bracer and Chemistry. But them Dromans are like
They're onagers.
death on the sea. Like they are onagers, and it's like one misstep and he's losing all of his crossbow.
Greek fire.
First finally cleared up, but them Setlanders, there's 2 running about the back. The back being a pain.
Well, I mean, Satsuma's dive-in is like it's some nuisance raiding. It's some really good splitting off, but we've lost our whole army. We can pull back most of these paladins now and just leave it up to kind of like the defensive clear-ups and just stay with Satsuma with Dave. Is sort of what I want to see them do, is like let Atten clear that and make sure that everybody else stays with Dave, because we are going to have to push through. But at the same time,
Terz has landed, placing a castle, but there's halbs there, which have been pulled back.
poke. He doesn't see it.
He hasn't seen it.
There's still step lancers here. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, it's the same too as well. Like when Dave's eco, so much value, 20 kills he's got. That's mental. And this castle, it'll go up as well. And Ronnie will start to need to produce trebs.
Ronnie unaware dogs. He's pulling a huggy. It's at least it's not like actually on top of his starting TC. It's just, you know, there next to an outpost.
Yeah, which, you know, as
And
Ethiopians you get for
units.
free, so you can spot any,
Yeah.
you know, any landings or sneaks. But no, as much as we can make out of Ronnie, he's played really well. He's got 60 howls, BBC coming forward, and this is where pocket Byzantines and Chinese kind of fall off. Like, you've got 21 Dromans on the field, but they can't range too much of the shore because of the beach, and now Team Dave can push forward and nothing really there to stop Paladin, Orb and Halb.
Byzantine paladins on the way in. Don't see
You're
that
joking.
very often. Yeah, Byzantine paladin.
I would really prefer like double camel. Like I would really prefer like camel from Byzantines and cavalier from Chinese or something like that. Just mix your camels in.
It's a fun. It's a choice. It's a choice. Cataphracts would be nice. I mean, hey, they're expensive but fun. Aten, they're doing their own little dive in of paladin. Terz is Terz having? It's gonna have to carry. We managed to get 2 castles up. Hoarding's on the way in. Don't have a lot
Elite
of trebs out of Ronnie. But Ronnie
There's Elite Mangudai as well.
pushing back. Oh, that's a treb gone. That's a treb gone. That's really good for Terz. What a confidence dive in.
Team Dave holding for now. We need the Paladin forward to dive in these Arbs because Dave's eco isn't there to support a remass. Aten's got a lot of Paladin just sat at home, and it's it's Lit Paladin. He has 4 relics somewhere.
Somewhere.
He does, yeah. He has 4 relics, so they do have 6 attack. So he will shred every other Paladin on the field, which can only come from Byzantines.
Again, it's a choice, isn't it? It's a choice. Byzantine Paladin. Need Saracens to make Mamelukes, they say? Well, Night Thrower, he exists, but Saracens are going for crossbow against Bombards and Arbs. And winning.
Yeah, a lot of the Arbs being sniped. Good job from Night Throwers. There's only 2 BBCs left for Team Dave and for Ronnie himself, and there's not a lot of siege on the front line. It's all the back dealing with the castles of Terz, who's landed again, and he's pushing in quickly. Elite Mangudai.
It's like as soon as Ronnie clears up one little bit of landing, he's like, okay, I've cleared that bit up. Then pow! Here's another castle. Here's some Mangudai. Here's some siege workshops. Cap Ram, we're gonna do some siege ram pushing.
Drill is in as well.
We'll love to see.
So these are going to be speedy rams. Aten's Paladin getting mopped up by the camels of Satsuma. And for now, Night Throwers holding the hill, and they're just holding. They're waiting on Terz to cook, and he's getting cleared up consistently, but still being an absolute pest.
That's Terz for you. What an
Paladin
absolute
split off
pest.
at the back though, of Terz's eco into the trade and into Terz's economy at home, which will help dealing with the push for Team Dave. And I know the score's not saying it, but I am liking Live, Laugh, LMAO's position. What else?
Yeah, they're doing stuff, and the Paladin raids are alright. I mean, Satsuma's on it, we've got camels going on, but we are doing a little bit of damage here to Terz, and there's no reaction to it. I don't think we've twigged. Terz has the Vils to spare, though. Aten more than 10 military is a win for his team. Salto dropping barbs. And it cleared up before Siege Ram comes in. We still have a villager here. Trade isn't up and running quite as well for Quad L, which might be a bit of a concern.
But for now, the landing's cleared up, apart from that village you said. Do they spot it? They do, so I think they're going to go over and try and hopefully clear that up for them. And now they can put the full focus on the front, and if they get a big push going, like one swing of Paladin that side,
Ooh.
fighting, take out the castles, should be
Skirm.
nice.
Skirm. That's Is that not the rule? First person forced into skirm and imp loses? Or is that first person forced to skirm wins? Trebs.
Skirm OP.
Skirm OP. Okay, you've heard it here third, friends. Paladin raids are cleared by Satsuma's camels. Chinese doing that flexible Chinese things. All of our little Aten style raids have been cleared. And what do you know? Do you remember that villager? Well, we're making some more stables at the back.
Oh, for God's sake!
I genuinely, I think poor Ronnie here, right? Outposts are wasted on Ronnie. I'm sorry. Ronnie needs to alt G. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, genuinely. Bear in mind that Ronnie's playing as blue, right? And the Civ coming over and dropping shit on him is red. That's the biggest contrast that you could get. And it just doesn't... And we've got more. Another landing in from Terz. We're going to throw down castles again. We are sending over some Trebs, but there's nothing with the Trebs. Will the Trebs manage to hit the transport ship? That'd be fun. There's like 10 vills and... Oh, pulled away. Tragedy.
Another castle.
Hey, I heard you like castles, so we put another castle on your island. Treb in the transport ship would have been, you know, probably not a good move, but it would have been a fun move. There's still another 9 vills in that transport. Making some castles, but really, we're scrapping at the front. Latest are in. Burgundian vineyards. Oh, getting that farm gold trickle.
And I've just watched one of CD's BBC's kill 4 Dromans whilst you were actually watching meaningful things.
I don't know
Latest switches in.
if it was meaningful. Latists are not affected by relics, or are affected by relics.
They are, but they have one less pierce arm and less HP. So while the switch from Satsuma's coming in for Chuko Nu, and again these are fully upgraded Chuko Nu with Elite Mangadai, they're just gonna get melted, and even Onager in. Siege Onager in for Terz. He's gaming. He is cooking hard.
Castle is denied. But the stables haven't been. Elite Step Lancers are in, killing everything again. We're trying to keep the Trebs alive, but that's not happening. So we are going to need to send the Paladins over again, and we're looping through like fires, and there is one Paladin going on a tear himself.
At the front, there's SO, and I'm looking at skirms. There's Mongol SO, and I'm just staring at skirmishes. There could be a bada boom here.
Just
Okay.
waiting, but Dave, he's cautious. He's gonna kill. It's only skirm though, right? You know,
Yeah.
res check. There you go, res check. Love me a res check. And KD, that's a nice one to have on. Keep an eye on trade numbers as well. Well, we are now in at the front. Lightus and Skirm are going to struggle against this army that's coming in, especially with the SO and Onagers in the mix.
And Camel's the front line as well, and that howls from Nefer here, and Byzantine howls, cheapest ships, and backed up by Onagers. This feels like just a death ball coming straight for Dave.
You're so right, but you said cheap as chips, and that made me so sad.
Yeah.
Because you know what's not cheap anymore? Ruddy chips. Right, that was the whole thing. You were cheap as chips, but no. Now the chip prices of a fish and chips has gone through the roof. The entire nation is on its knees. Yeah, minimum chips down the chippy isn't in budget anymore. Absolutely, it's a luxury. It's turned into like a luxury item instead of like fish and chips on a Friday, because that was the thing that you could afford, and it was about as much as it would cost you to cook. True tragedy. Speaking of true tragedy, I think Dave's feeling true tragedy is they thought they did a little bit of a clear up, but the entire army of Quad L went down. Why is there 4 military at Dave's base? Well, because it was gone. Eviscerated.
Terz had enough of landing and decided, let's push forward instead, let's loop all the way around, and that's what's caused them to push forward.
It's rough, because like CD turns his attention over, helps to try and get rid of the Terz push, and so he takes all of his units over there. And then the real push comes through on the left, where they're clearing Dave. And it's like everything that they do to Ronnie is just to sort of like be a nuisance. Like it doesn't matter. It's to pull the attention away, to pull the military mass up.
Yeah, and there's still stables alive, so he could just send Hussar in and just be so annoying.
These siege rams look at how much space they managed to clear at the front as well. So
so much production, a castle, and they've really hurt Dave.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of like moving back. We've still got 115 bills in play, but yeah, tough. Are we going to start looping in a few more? No, but I mean we pushed the army back. Fair play to them. I thought that this was going to be the start of the death ball, but just the production not quite able to cope with CD when he rolls back in with the OP paladins. Feels wood game.
Wood on the map. I will have a look. And there is 238,000.
It would be a surprise.
So we're a while away from it being a wood game.
Fast fire off. I'm impressed that Neff has still maintained his. He's also fished most of the centre. I wonder how is part of our pushback down to the success of some of our bombards? Maybe a smidge. There's a lot of gunpowder on the field there for Dave Hunt. And if we take some caution, like if we're not looking and the Mangudai gets some rough hits on them, we could level this. Onager hits were better though.
We could hit our own latest as well.
Yeah. Or the Onagers could hit our own Chukonoos. Oh, these guys are playing with yeah. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine, right? But these Mangudai are just being controlled too comfortably. We're not letting them go down for nothing.
We are pushing back.
Proceed. We're gonna need to get rid of some castles. What's the trade like? Trade's pretty good for everybody except Ronnie, actually. And if you're looking at it, trade for CD is good. Trade for Atten is good. Trade for Dave, not good. Okay. So they're pretty even. Satsuma and Terz are pretty equivalent to CD and Atten. So, yeah.
There's even trade cogs at the back. Sorry. So we got trade at the back for Nep on water. And to be honest, it's probably just safest trade.
Yeah, well, there's nobody really on water at all other than Neff, so yeah, why not? And then Drummond's.
I'm going, yeah, what? Saracen CA from Night Thrower.
Yeah, Saracen CA are fine. They're like, they get everything. Like, yeah, they get everything.
They do, they find CA. I think, did they miss? No, they don't miss
They
anything.
get Thumbering.
They are fully rated, yeah.
They get Parthian. Did they also get? Did they get a unique unit that affects it?
No, they only get Mamelukes, and that affects them.
The Maristan.
We've pushed back. We've killed the castle.
Castle goes down, yeah.
And I think what we do need, we should be start seeing it. We've got mangonels out for Ronnie. They need to be onagers and siege onagers as soon as. We do have torsion engines as well, so maybe some torsion engines, BBC and onager shots could be the game changer. Because a lot of Chukunu in there, and he's now adding in scorpions, and I'm thinking it just takes one shot.
There's like 20. There's like 20 cannons here. Like between them both. That's brilliant.
It's true.
I mean, if you're Team Terz and you lose this after like winning water, excellent position, do you like, what mentality does that put you in going into the last game? Tired?
No, because the first game was quite similar, right? Like a bit back and forth, some scary landings, a long drawn out game, a bit longer than this one, and it's like something similar. Thinking, well, we've won a long one, they've won a long one. Let's say the next one a short one.
Maybe they land again. Maybe they land again and do another lot of raiding just to pull the focus back. And is it just because? Well, I guess it's just down to the bombards, right? Like bombards are doing the same job as the Mangudai at distance, and pushing up the hill is so hard. And it's going to be so hard for these guys as well, trying to get up there as well. It ends up being a proper little choke point.
We have drilled siege onagers in, Paladin rushing them down. Could maybe snipe one or two. Just the one.
Have we just yeeted in? Yeah, we've just yeeted in randomly some elite step lancers, and they managed to get all the way to the back.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh dear. Satsuma's
keep an eye
trying
on
to
them.
sneak some as well.
Nice. You can look forward. The SO have just flattened all of Batten's army. So many dead lattice.
But Atten can sort of, like, he's got 34 in the queue. He can afford to lose them. He just doesn't want to lose them all at once. Camel back in now for Neff, as Byzantines no longer making Byzantine paladins.
That's a shame. The Camel Howls.
They were going for a risky dive in. They're really trying to get rid of the numbers of Bombard.
Oh, Ronnie! Big shot.
He's a geezer. He's a geezer.
Elephants for Dave. We're seeing everything.
We're getting
to offer.
Just missing swords.
Everything.
We're missing swords.
I've just hovered over Satsuma's text. He's got pretty much everything. Like, it's mad how much they're taking.
Oh. I mean, we got 19 kills on those two step lancers. 20, still going. I've just got it queued just so I can keep an eye on it while the fight's going on.
But do you know what? It's so much better than having, like, say, 6 or 8 Mangudai, in the sense of you'll notice the Mangudai get in, so you can go and clear them. But you're not going to notice just 2 set lancers constantly running and just picking off trade here and there.
Yeah. It's so hard to deal with the Ronnie bombards. Bombard Halb.
Atten does have 7 latest just chilling by the market as well. Just
Nice. Flattened ton. The one thing that this army transition isn't good at is speed. There is zero maneuverability for for Quad L. And they are at risk of keeping those bombards exposed. And if they go down, that's a big loss, and we're probably going to lose a few here. There is 14 though.
And just see these, like, this battlefield feels like a great way to pop up some stables.
Oh god.
Good micro from Terz. But this game doesn't feel like it's ending for a while, and now we might be able to look at a wood game, down to 145,000. And with the naval presence of Nep still involved, just hissing fires on Dave's elephants. Dave's elephant to the front. Like, they could range a lot of the wood.
Do you think Neff
at the front.
needs to, like, delete some of his naval shit? Same for Night Thrower. We've still got, like, fish that are pathing all over the damn place. Like, that's not good.
CD's landed! Sorry! CD managed to get a couple of stables off.
When there's this much water control.
Yeah.
I mean, it's spotted, right? It's spotted. There's not much in the way of farms left.
Failed landing. Mamelukes are now in.
And they start killing the bombards. They start killing the bombards good.
Yeah, and they're fantastic against Lattice and Paladin as well. There's a lot of siege onagers out for Terz.
Get a good dive in on these onagers. Yes,
really good dive from Atten.
Expensive. Nice attack rounds though. Like, we keep some of them alive, which is almost a surprise. Bombard towers for Saturn. These guys are. They're gonna make it late.
Oh my god!
What do we have? Is that a 2? Deja vu.
Oh, fucking hell! It's just like how many castles have been placed on this part of the island?
Yeah,
Do we have treble
by
grade?
not
Do we
running?
get it as Mongols? We don't. The latest are there. Maybe Athens patrolling latest can deal with it. We're not going to deal with it. Yeah. We spotted the outpost for Ronnie's actually been useful.
Yeah, Atten pings it. He's like, dude. Genuinely,
with so much going on, it's great that like the awareness, and Athens actually. I thought he was being a bit silly by keeping them latest there, but. He's probably like, you're not watching, lad, I'll watch for you.
Atten's also like, put your fucking outposts up. Problem is the cannon is going to get rid of that outpost immediately. Like, literally, immediately.
Oh my god. We have not moved from this middle choke point. It's like Amazon Tunnel.
No, but we managed to kill a few of the bombards, and we don't have any more in queue for Ronnie. It would be nice to keep queuing bombards.
We're pushing, and neither side seems to be able to get up the hill.
No, that's it, right? Especially now that the hills are so well secured, and the fight gets so tough. Even with the extra sort of like splash damage from the SO, it's just so hard. The range equivalency is rough.
I want to say as well, these bombard cannons have 112 kills. That's not counting some of the other ones that have just been, picked off. That's a lot. And it's great micro from Ronnie. He's playing fantastically, apart from having no eyes in his own base. But there's a camel raid from a transport from Satsuma onto the trade. And Paladin from Nep.
There's no clear access to wood for Team Quad L. Like,
no, and that's
because it's all blocked off by
water.
Navy, and it's Navy that they're never going to regain. But also, yeah, I guess we're okay for wood actually for now for Team Terz. So it's a wood game, but it's a wood game that should be won by our other squad. Our trade's good though. We trade in and raid in, but we're not pushing up the The Mamelukes still doing good stuff. Bombards are just doing that little bit better. Neff with Byzantine Paladin raids.
The killer. I thought the killer was here. There was 8 Mangudai, and them sitting your trade are the more important thing to deal with rather than camels. And they have been cleared up, which is big. In the meantime, Atten's now raiding at the back, which Terz is going to deal with. So even raids aren't working for either side. And it's...
Yeah.
I might go make a cup of tea because I think I'll come back and I'll be in the exact same spot.
It might be. There is... Huggy is right. There is... There is a time limit on this game, though. And CD
Yes.
knows about it. We've got Fireship in. We're going to try and get back on to some water just so we can make sure that we still have access to our wood lines. It's a necessary sacrifice. You can see Dave Hunt doing exactly the same. All of the wood that they have is super vulnerable to the Navy.
And the
All the
BBCs are now
while-
vulnerable as well. The bombard cannons, they're exposed, and
fucked it.
that's a killer.
Fucked it. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Because now we've got siege that we have no answer to. And this entire front is exposed. Oh, dearie, dearie me. That was a mistake.
And now the Mamelukes and Mangudai have free reign. They were really pushed down by Atten. Say by Atten, by Ronnie. Like the influence was massively negated, but now there's nothing forward. Ronnie's using the last of his wood access beyond Halb and BBC to make more, and he's down to 53 wood.
Yeah, it's yeah, everyone else just fucking left. Yeah, you're right, Will.
Yeah.
They just hung him out to
Well,
dry.
CD had everything back to defend against small raids, and Team Terz are up that hill, and they've been pushed off once before, but I don't think they get pushed off it again.
No, they got siege at the back of this. There's military in place. Part of the way that they were pushed... well, unless the Honor just wipe out their own army. They don't. That's a good attack.
That's the only saving grace.
Oh, they're running up that hill. Yeah.
EBCs are back, so there's a chance. We've seen Ronnie with some insane micro before get some shots he really shouldn't be achieving.
Just like trying to see, they're just getting picked off before they can take the shots. Even the Onagers getting the hits off on them.
There's a circle. There's siege Onagers. The Paladin are trapped. Oh no. This is not looking good. I think this is one last hurrah. Building's being deleted. I just don't think there's enough.
No, it's a great one. Night Thrower done good work. Thank you for the raid. You're here at sort of like the very, very end of what has been a bit of a slog of a game.
Follow high_door so I can sub to him instead of Tom. He needs 8 more.
I didn't know I had text to speech as a thing. Well, isn't that a thing? I hear it. We are finally established on the land. Up
Bombard
that
towers
hill,
going down from the
exactly.
Chinese.
Locking it off. While we took that time to try and get back onto water, exactly at the moment that we did that is when they went for their push. And yeah, hanging out Ronnie to dry, losing the bombards, losing the mass up of units that would effectively our safety net has tanked this, really tanked this. I don't think that's I don't think this is something that's going to catch back easily.
Age elephants are gone, and I just don't think he really has the food ego to keep reducing them. He's down to 54 bills. Another landing from Neff in the middle.
Is he?
Yeah. And
C92.
this is,
Oh, trade.
I think we both know the game's over, but I
Yeah.
understand the resilience from Dave's team not to give this up. Bombard Tower's coming down the middle as well, and this push in the middle's just got to keep continuing. Even Chinese Scorpions being added in now.
Filth. Filth.
Yeah. It's not looking good, Tom.
I mean, it's looking. It's looking. It's looked. I think they should be pretty darn proud of themselves, even getting this far, because I thought that they were completely fucked in Feudal Age. Like,
Me too, and they had a chance to bring it back, and they've done what I think they could have done. I think the lack of water control has really hurt them,
yeah.
because they've just been exposed to raiding and landings.
They've been a nuisance. Ronnie's had, other than the fact that Ronnie lacks the ability to use his eyes over his side of the base. Ronnie blind is a new level of blind. But yeah, Ronnie's bombards have been a thing of beauty. He's got 18 on the field now, clumped up together. Vulnerable, still getting shots off, still like Kobe-ing the crap out of this game. But there's only so much that one hero can do as Ronnie Hot Dogs finishes the game. Top score for his team. And I think that's fair, because Ronnie, he was left out to dry.
Yeah, I can't disagree. And again, it's another game where Terz's KD is fantastic. This has turned out to be like the set of the tournament so far. You know, it's produced two really long, close, absolute clusterfuck games, and
I wish I had a drink for this one. It would have been I would have taken it from like an 8 to a 9. Solid stuff.
Will, I don't think that it's Ronnie's fault he lost the BBC. I think it's his team's fault for backing him and probably not telling him and not supporting him, because they were the crutch. Some of his shots on the Mangudai basically shut down Terz for so long, being able to push forward. And
I'm not
that's
sure
so
he
big.
manages to pull those shots off with Onager. Like, it was effectively quite a lot of the bombard cannon stuff was effectively like leave it. And it wasn't doing too much damage to his own units, but was doing plenty of damage to his opponents. And I think if he left Onagers in the same way, he wipes out half of what his allies are dealing with. So,
yeah, absolutely. And well, you could probably blame Ronnie for, as you say, not having eyes with 3 outposts, but he played really well. And
he played absolutely fine. And to be honest, they all did. Atten starting to have to keep an eye out for his ally who lacks the ability to see as well. So there's some really nice team play, and I wouldn't be surprised if they took a breather after that one, because it was a little bit of a slog. Doesn't reach 2 hours though, so that's not too bad. The lobby's prepped. Terz is eager to go. Like, this is
after playing with his clan
is
and
not to
getting
clan,
beat by
yeah.
Fox is like, you know what? These games are way more fun. I'm beating up on some peasants in the GP Discord, and I don't blame him.
Tom enjoy his drinks too much to remember what he casted, or he had too much fun casting he forgot. Tusky says both.
Thank you, Tusky.
You think,
Oh, I've turned my light off, and my left monitor's just...
turned off as well.
Oh, you're back. Yeah, I saw you on my screen, and you disappeared, and now you're back.
Then you saw my face. Bam, 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 bam.
I wonder what I'm going to cast for the rest of the week. Wonder what my plans be.
I'm doing Tarnished Deathmatch on Thursday, which is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, you're doing your Tarnished Deathmatch set at like 5 though, aren't you?
I'm doing it at 8.
Yours is at
No.
8.
Yeah.
Who the hell's is at 5 then? Somebody's.
You've got a Div 8 game at 1 AM. I don't think you can do that one. You got
Yeah.
Frost at 7:30.
Like, so I was
And
doing the Frost
you've got
set.
Javesty and Huggy are at 5.
Right, which I don't think I'll be back from work to do.
Because only Huggy.
I finish at 5. But there's loads of casters now, so I was sort of just hoping that somebody else would do it, and then I'd do Frost Tweppy, which should be really nice to do that. Probably won't be over in time for the start of yours, actually, because Tweppy's a gamer. I don't think he's likely to be able to take the set off Frost, but it'd be really exciting if you managed to take a game. As only one person took a single game off, just a single map off Frost last season, which would be nice. But I also should probably have a look at the 3v3 league and see if the 2v2. I mean, 2v2 has had anything scheduled that looks good.
I'm trying to get a set. Technically, it's me and Atom versus Mole, Alfred, and Marley.
Yeah,
Which should be really
That
close
should
for
be
you
fun.
to cast. Should be a really close set. With that, we're technically first, so we're trying to sort that out, but our availability is a little bit skewed because Marley's a morning person, and that's hard for me and Atom.
morning people. God.
Yeah. Like, he's a morning GB time, you know. It's evening for him, like, I believe. So
They need to sort their behaviour out. Oh, I tell you what, I need to sort out.
the game.
Didn't tick off the civs.
Oh yeah. I think our brains have been melted
Yeah.
from these two sets.
So that was Saracens, Byzantines, Bohemians, and Chinese. Mongols.
Chinese Mongols.
It wasn't
yeah.
Bohemians. It was Chinese Mongols, and it was Burgundians and Lithuanians and Ethiopians. And what the fuck was the last one? Malay.
Yeah.
It is a play all 3, Otter.
There's a bit of an order of how Team Dave have drafted their civ.
Yeah.
Bit of an order. If he's all the top row civs and been left with Sicilians, Goths, Teutons, Magyars, and Mayans, my assumption it was what we'll see for Team Dave.
Huggy
I
back
don't think
in.
we'll see Goths. I think we'll see Sicilians.
Yeah, I think the Goth pick was to take it away from Huggy. Genuinely, I think that's pretty magical to have your Goth civ effectively grabbed, not banned because they don't want to waste the ban, but they've taken it as their last pick just so it couldn't be picked for Team Terz, just to remove it from Huggy. Like, that's pretty. You've got to be proud of yourself for that, because that means that they fear you.
Fearing Huggy.
Yeah, it's a bit of
This
excitement.
tournament's done a lot, but I think that's like the biggest thing it's done. People are now fearing Huggy.
Fearing Huggy. So, and we end up with Huggy playing Shock Horror as the Aztecs, and Ronnie is the Goths.
He is the Goths, okay. That's interesting. Noticing what we've seen from these two, well, from Ronnie, the previous sets, it has been Persians at the front, it's been Byzantines as well, and he has gone for a douche. So naturally you would go Sicilians, right? Like, that's what it would make sense to.
Huggy's getting bullied.
Oh, but
Saves his
We
scout.
casted yesterday, right? And we had Chaos Pit, we had Frontline, and it just became a hamster game. It just became wall up.
Oh yeah.
Do we think we'll see that here?
Yeah,
We haven't seen the
absolutely.
first 2 sets.
Absolutely, it'll be a wall up. In fact, the first time we cast this map, when Huggy went for his sneak goths, they walled up quite heavily on either side. We got to see long swords because of it. I think we might. Are we going to lose a Vil? No, but fair play to Huggy. The one advantage that we had here. Oh, nice, deliberately killing it. That's good. But now we can take those 3 Vils and grab all the food from the Rhino.
Well, Aztecs carry +3 more, so they can do this trip a little bit more effectively. Interesting though, same as yesterday, Satsuma's playing as Bohemians, and he went FC from what would usually be the scout area, and Nitro with the Khmer again, who went scouts into Knights. Might see something similar here.
Yeah, well, we won't be pushing them in, but to be honest, with where the gen is for the berries, it's not too bad to put a mill down by the berries and sort of long grab this hunt. I think that's fine. So I don't like it's
especially, yeah.
It's an irritating one, but it's not too bad.
And Ronnie went in for the Phil fight, and Huggy would gladly deliver with a Phil fight, so Ronnie thinks better of it.
Gives us the fight. Should we have a quick glance around what's going on? I mean, it's nothing too exciting anywhere else. Everybody just planning on trying to get to Feudal and Castle Age smoothly. Let Ronnie and Huggy be the nuisance players that they are.
They're puffing the chest out, like, come on then, come on! And Ronnie's keeps trying to antagonise.
How much has Huggy fucking idled himself?
Oh yeah, he will idle himself in this. He'll have like 2 minutes idle TC time. There we are, 1 minute 22.
Yeah, madness. 13 Vils.
I think Ronnie knows that, and he's like, you know what? I will feel like you just idle your TC.
Yeah, it's just that's unfortunate.
But Huggy's gonna be able to bring in 3 boars, so. Oh, he's not gonna lose a Vil, hopefully.
Yeah.
But he's been able to like basically bring in the food worth of 3 boars, and he has long pulled one, so a little bit of efficiency there. But that will really help his eco, and he can probably send a bit of. Obviously, he's still got 3 cows here, which he hasn't spotted, or 3 buffalo. So could he even just send them back to Terz and go, "Here you are, mate. Have them," and give these Archer player a nice little boost.
Yeah, but Terz is not Terz. Ronnie, for all of that, is fine, right? Like,
yeah,
like 16 seconds of TC idle time after all of that madness. Didn't lose a Vil, like, yeah, and is still able to take the hunt that got killed. I'd say we've lost a boar, but to be honest, compared to losing 3 villagers, I would rather lose that boar compared to the 3 villagers every single day of the week.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously with Goth, it's basically 4 bills against your counterpart because of that instant bloom.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Feudal Age in for most. Huggy starting to wall up. Is that Satsuma doing some pushing for Huggy? It was until he decides to go for the scout. It is. Teamwork's a dream work.
He's bringing in a buffalo. He's even giving him a buffalo, not going out having this. What a... These Germans are really nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. All about that team play.
I do wonder whether Acro and Terz are going to be happy enough to sign up again for the next GB tournament, because if I was them, I'd be fucking running away as fast as I could.
Yeah.
This one, actually, I'd be looking at the players going, no.
Everybody is hyper aware of the Huggy sneak. Like, this is 2 games on a row that the scouts have been out looking for Huggy moving out, and the rough timing that he'd be doing it, and it's been picked off every time. So, like, the entire Huggy play has been completely nerfed.
which is great. It's showing some.
For me,
some
that plays
real
into Team
stuff.
Ter's hands. When you're so worried about Huggy, it plays into his hands. As Terz is going to sacrifice his scout to try and kill Davesville, but Davesville does live, and it would have been really nice for Terz, but not to be.
3 lions on a Terz.
And no douche for Ronnie this time. He's actually the first game out of 3 that he's played. He's made to feudal age on this map.
It's because he's goth. He's like, wait, I can just make swords.
No, he's making spears.
Fucking degenerate.
Uncultured swine.
Yeah, how dare he? Unless this is just to help, help the start. It's just to help the start. Huggy fast castle longsword.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be Huggy. He's one to do it.
He can't.
Still not clicked up though.
He's got no good access to stone. The stone is to the north and it's outside of the safe bit. He can't take the forward stone.
That's true.
And he
Does have
wants
the
that
stone on
because
the outside.
yeah, like if he secures it, but do you think you actually want him to wall up from that kind of further out wood line and wall to the stone and then to the barracks just to give that little bit more space? Being forced
think
off
he
this
is,
stone, yeah.
I think he is. At least he has a stone in his base, technically part of the wall. I thought the. Oh, Joey said about that famous Huggy villager. Just let's have a quick look. He is walling to the side, but maybe he's gonna try and stick that round to the back and break into CD's base.
This is just to try and lock off this right hand side as much as possible.
But again, Satsuma has completely nailed down this FC, and he's coming forward in the 14-minute mark, well, which will be the 15-minute mark, and we'll have a castle and wagons be on the field. And again, the play will be shut down. Like, the complete feudal play from Team Dave will just be gone.
If it comes up, and I think Terz is moving back down into the middle, and they're just going to try and defend over here. They're going to mass up their entire military where they can, sacrifice Huggy, make sure this castle comes up. The military mass up of Team Quad L is better. Like there's more archers here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, by
Soon
one.
we'll see the Vills. And Terz pings it saying back up. And Castle there, don't mind it. It's forward. You're gonna have wagons coming out, and
It'll do the job.
yeah. I would have preferred it towards the northern side. I feel like,
Yeah.
the other side of the gate, but it does the job, and Terz can run away with his archers and be fine because Dave is massing, and he is massing big.
Okay, Huggy going for a barracks. Now that he's in feudal, what's the plan? Huggo.
Supplies.
It's going to be market. Is he going for?
It could be eagles. Could be eagles. Sorry to like shout over
No,
you,
no,
but
no. It could
I'm
be
just thinking
eagles.
like eagles here could be a great option to Mayans. Just Britain crossbow. You could have Hussite wagons, knights, and eagles, and just overwhelm the Team Dave.
Does that allow your Goth player to be going for their strongest unit comp though too easily?
Potentially.
And if he goes
But, like-
skirms, which is eagles but worse. Zoom in a little. I can zoom in a little. If that's what you'd like. We can be zoomed. We move forward. Knights out for CD. CD's knights. Hussite wagons. Yeah, there was a video. I can't remember who made the video that I saw that was like the worst unique units in strategy games. I saw it like the other week. It wasn't that old, and it was across lots of different strategy games. And the one of those units selected was the Hussite wagon. And when I saw that, I was like, but a Hussite wagon's good. Like, it's
I think
situational, but it's good.
Because it has been changed. I say recently, like recently for DE now is like 2 years ago because they don't patch
Yeah.
the game as much anymore. But before they changed the Hostile Dragon completely round, it was kind of useless. Like you very rarely saw it apart from very niche situations. But now it's become like it's
That's the
basically the
one.
old organ gun, but extremely tanky.
Giant Grant Games, top 10 most disappointing RTS units. I'm like, well, at least, yeah, disappointing. I guess he was disappointed because he wanted them to make a nice little wagon circle like it was the Cowboys, and it didn't do that. But like, they ain't bad. Like they do a job. Ooh, nice little dodges. Mangonel's putting the pressure on. It wasn't about the worst unit, the point was that the unit is jank as fuck. And it is jank as fuck. We can all agree it's jank as fuck. But that's Age of Empires for you. If something isn't a little bit jank, a little bit scuffed, what's the point? Nice little repair. Keeping it alive just is really good. Its mechanic of blocking pierce damage just doesn't work. To a certain extent, I'm glad. I'm glad it doesn't work because this is a battering ram that shoots. Like that's it. That's just what it do. Super tanky battering ram that shoots. Huggy G stonewalling. Of course, because he's not the Goths. I was there looking over like, but Huggy G normally doesn't do like too much focus on the walling because he's a Goth player. Scouts are spotted out. Putting some pressure there, but Huggy G can now stonewall behind it, which he was never able to do before. Huggy G becomes a defensive player who goes for siege.
What's happened with this? What's happening to AoE? What is happening to this game? Terz is making our worst player into something good.
Something. I don't know about good, because, you know, he's gone for siege instead of something fun, but there we go, we're seeing them ping along the units. Night Thrower sending some knights to throw against these scouts. We are at least stonewalled up for both teams. Well, for one team on either side. All these farms will make it very hard for CD to win a mango trade. And I don't think he's necessarily trying. I think he's just pulling back. They've sacrificed Ronnie's position. Ronnie's moved his entire eco back. Which now, isn't this like deja vu? This is like watching Huggy, right? It's not Ronnie Hot Dogs. It's Ronnie G. Huggy Hot Dogs.
You can go hot dogs. What we're seeing. Mangonel shot coming in. It's pretty crossbow, so it's very hard to get a hit off, but see, doing the best what he can. Maybe queuing a Mangonel in this workshop and just keeping a flag on it might be worthwhile to slow the push down. And then he can jump out and bamboozle. But again, we're seeing Team Terz initiative. It's how well can Team Dave hold.
Nice little breakthrough here. Effectively, they need to avoid the castle. So I like that we're trying to wall up. University on the way in will be a little bit of the weak spot. Crossbow moving round, and we do have a Mangonel. We might trap these archers. The crossy bows. Knights, they know about it. Mangonel, we whiff. Mango, down. Crossbows chasing. Terz not dodging. Big hit. Pressure. Team Terz, they're looking They're looking advantageous. It's just a good map for Terz, isn't it?
Playing what he wants to do at the moment.
Yeah. Gets
Said
to
it
go
yesterday as well.
archers.
Like,
Yeah.
and Terz gets to play like this, he's so happy. And don't care if your mines or what, you just can't beat Britain crossbow on in a team game.
Huggy managed
all
to
vis-
get his sneak in. Deville gets found, but we did manage to get 2 of the barracks up. We're just journeying
And a
around.
monastery as well. But that's being walled in and
Dealt with.
no Oneville Castle this time.
No Wandhill Castle, it's true. And I think we will actually get the timing to wall these barracks up, so they will stop being too relevant. It's just down to mango trades, and effectively, if we manage to trade the mangonels 1-for-1 for the rest of time, just to mean that the crossbows aren't too pressured, that will be brilliant. The back of this, Satsuma, doing Satsuma things on the way to Imp first. Night Thrower has been trickling in some knights, throwing them in, and that has been really handy to keeping a bit of pressure on, and has definitely helped them by getting rid of siege, keeping all of the team together. And I don't think, because effectively Ronnie's been taken out of the game, but just as much as Dave has. Dave is only 41 vills himself, but has military.
But he's up to Imp. And obviously Mayan archers are
Mine
not going to say
archers are
cheap
mine
as shit, but, but you know that they are extremely cheap. Can afford to put them out with no eco. So 41 vills is completely fine for Mayans. Just Dave needs to use the timing and try and clear these crossbow Britons, and then there's maybe a chance. But with no one else in sight being up, Satsuma doing his job, forward castle, and then just booming behind it. It's rough for Team Dave, and I think maybe the GG might be called with the Satsuma in.
Imp into Trebs. Super hard to deal with. There's 2 Trebs forward as well, so we can start getting Trebs out and putting pressure on pretty quick. And Huggy's even breaking himself out because there was a gap between the barracks, so they're not actually trapped. Night Thrower, he's joining with some knights. We are sending in a battering ram. Whoa! What a hit! Great mango shot. We wipe out a third of those crossbows. Then another pops out, and we get a surround.
Another hit, and you know what? Ronnie has been dealing with Terz and outmicroing him very well, and this is the engagement that they needed.
That's fit. That's fit. That gives Dave Hun the archer mass and the imp timing. Bracer now in. Arb won't be too far behind. That's groovy. And it also means that we didn't receive too much damage as the Goth player. And Goths are up to 64. If we get to like 90 vills and start making some units, it'd be really nice to see a blue castle up eventually. And maybe some Huskars in the mix, because I think that'd be really, really useful.
We do see one in the middle, but that's getting trebbed. And yes, one on the back, and Huskar's been added in. Could be nice.
Yeah, well, we didn't manage to have enough time to get Anarchy, so can we get rid of some of this crossbow mass before Arbalest comes in? We're prioritising every other upgrade before Arb, so chemistry will finish.
We don't have the eco for our. We've got 5 on food. We can barely keep bills coming out. Never mind any more decks.
Castle for Terz. Trebs be trebbing. Market going down as well, so we won't be able to do some Goth market balancing. But it's like Teutons are landing in Imp. We're pretty boomed up. Maybe like a Cavalier and then eventual Paladin can do something here. Give them time. And time's kind of what they need. They just need time to survive. But we're quite pushed in, and we look like we're prepping some markets to do some trade along the back. We're confident that we're secured, so we're deleting our walls around our starting base. Oh, this is pushing.
Issue is, so Satsuma's obviously imp, and he's going to halve, and it's Bohemian halve, and so Paladin will struggle. And even Huggy himself is adding the odd pike here and there.
Puggles.
And again, Huggy is fully boomed up. Whatever Terz has done to this man, I want to know the secrets.
Huggy's done. He's done all right in all of the games, hasn't he? But I also, I think what has been real handy is that none of the strategies have been built around Huggy succeeding in a thing. Right? Like at all. Like every single time, it's like even if Huggy is completely ballsed up, the strategy is built around the idea that somebody else is coming in and putting something in his base, or that Huggy is in the opposite side of the map and is effectively ignored. So even if Huggy is like gone, so what? But if Huggy's in a good position, it means that the team itself is in an even better position than they planned for. It's just good use of all of your pieces.
Just if I basically say to Huggy, if you can add anything, we're fine. We're planning to put a 3v4, or make it a 3v3.
Yeah.
Think about anything. As the onager doesn't shoot, it does shoot.
Just
Nothing.
later.
So,
Cavalier
so
in. For pretty much like everybody just going for that Cavalier play.
we have a militia from CD as well.
Seems like a
Shut
mistake
up.
to me. Considering
Swords
he's
are
making
never a
pipes.
mistake.
Yeah, but a militia is a mistake. It's not got a sword.
He's harder than this, so he has a club.
No, they're just disappointments.
Magyar Hussar for Atten. For the siege, well, they have bonus damage against siege, so use them effectively. Goes inside the VBCs. Could be really nice. And good value. They've taken out most of the bombard cannons, taken out 3.
Yeah, well, they kill a bit like, you know, like Mangadai. They shred siege. They absolutely
Well,
shred siege.
He does well. He does well.
And
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we clear up that mid, and they know
The
it.
GG called.
GG rolls in. Well played.
And the GG's called. Everyone resigned, and Huggy's 1 second off imp.
Denied. Denied. Forever will be the team member that never reached imp. 3 lions on a tear. You are so right, Otter. Team Terz have been pretty consistently great through this tournament, and they topped their group. Nearly flawless, right?
Well, they've won all the sets. They won every set 2-1 apart from this one where they won 3-0. So, Terz are on a tear. And looking at the team to beat.
So there should only be Team Robo versus Team Dan, and
I think two
Dicky
extra
and
sets are
Steak.
missing from the list. Because
Right.
we've got to play Robo as well, Team Boo. So we're
Oh.
trying to sort that out.
yes, I see that there's only. Oh no,
So I think, yeah, there's
Yeah.
2 sets missing, I think. I
Yes,
think
'cause
it's Acro and Fangi, if I'm not mistaken.
Team Fangi's only got 3 on,
Yeah.
and Boo only has 3 on, and Robo only has 3 on.
Yeah, so you've got Team Acro v Team Fangi, and King Boo, well, Boo versus Robo.
Yeah.
Which I think would be on Sunday, but I'm not 100%.
So
Because it's not made in the
four
schedule and
games
then we're like,
left, and that'll decide who goes through to the quarterfinals. I don't know how they're gonna match that up, and I think we'll get a spoon match which will probably be between Team Dave, and I'd be I am.
It's Team Dave. It's
Yeah,
confirmed.
I would have been shocked to see Team Robo in that position, but
Me too. I mean, Group B kind of feels like one of those groups where there's a clear team that's just on it at the moment, and then like
yeah,
Team Dave which aren't on it. And Group A, it's just a lottery who wins. I feel like we've lost to like Team Boo lost to Acro, but then Team Dan beat Acro, but then we beat Team Dan,
yeah.
and then Team Dan beat Fanji and whatnot. Like it's lost to Fanji, but we beat Fanji. It's all over the place. So I feel
Lots of
like
messy
whoever
ones.
gets the wooden spoon in Group A, it could be feel pretty hard done by, and probably not deserved it.
Yeah, but then they go up and then they face against Dave Hunt and maybe get a win. But if Dave Hunt's team win that, I will be proper chuffed for them. Like, hell
I
yeah.
will be, because it's not like they've been bad.
No,
It's
great.
just like little tiny things have just swung games. Like that set was okay. Probably this was the most one-sided game, definitely deserving for Terz. But that second game could have went anywhere. Game 1 could have easily swung for Team Dave. It's just not enough damage done. They did put everything into it, and it's just so weird. It's so weird.
Did Team Dave end up with like overall one of the lower rated like ELO groups?
What do you mean? Like team-wise?
Yeah, because they don't
think
seem
so. I think
significantly
so.
lower. CD's a bit low, but there's not the lowest.
I think it's heavily reliant upon the second pick, and I really don't want to abuse Ronnie for it, but I just don't think. I think he went a little bit early. That's not his fault.
But second pick was Atten.
But first pick, Atom was first pick. Ronnie was
Oh
second
right,
pick.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like Ronnie was probably a little bit too quick. I think that's maybe what's costing them. But probably not, because Ronnie's being the MVP.
But yeah,
this
but Ronnie's
tournament.
been that's the thing. It's like Robbie's Ronnie's been great. So
I don't know.
It's
I just
tough,
feel
yeah. Maybe it's just something hasn't clicked. Maybe it's just how the team be. But to me, they're all team A's.
the team L for me, but not because they lose, because they live, love, laugh, and LMAO.
LMAO. They LMAO along. Well, thank you for LMAOing with me. I've enjoyed LMAOing with all of you. I'm done for the night. I've got a banging headache, and that's what happens when I stream without a nice drink to keep me chipper. So I will find. Not that every single one of us we're all fucking off at the same time. Come on now. Let's not pretend like we're gonna sit around at 11 o'clock at night and just be like, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna watch somebody else. Is there even anybody streaming?
No, that I follow.
Yeah, Swedish Goblin, but he's playing. OG and Empires. Lots of people streaming in not English.
There's a football match on Age of Empires 2. I'm just going with the age. But no, there doesn't seem anyone online. Which is a shame.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever. I sod it. We don't go anywhere. Like that's. Dave is streaming. Yeah, but he's streaming Pokemon. All right.
we raid Dave like a, I don't know, what's the, you know, when like tiny non-existent streamers, so they're like, and we're raiding into T90. I'm like, why? What is it, like, notice me, daddy? Like, what the?
Please raid me next time. Raid me T90.
Yeah, like, just like, what are you doing? It's just fucking sad, dude. I don't know. It's like, I don't. And to the big streamers raiding me, just don't do that either. Don't waste your time. Blackadder. Who's Blackadder?
Question: who is Blackadder?
Yeah. So anyway, we're raiding Dave. like the fucking pathetic ass hypocrite that I am. Because I'm. Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure having you all about. I will see you soon. We've got some deathmatch content coming up soon. We've got a whole bunch of 2v2 that I'll start following as well. And then hopefully the last few games of GB Draft. I don't know who's going to be casting the knockouts. I normally expect the bigger GB streamers to start being like, oh, the knockouts have started. Now I'm really interested. I'm going to start casting this, blah, 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 blah. So hopefully that happens, because then they can do it and they can be good. Andy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Everybody here, goodbye. Pub is now closed.